Welcome back, everybody. It's all Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent, co-host Jaybone, Bill, and Alicia. And this is the Impact and Access TV review for January 26, 2021. What is going on, you guys? What's new?
Lit
episode. We got a lit guest. We got a lot about to happen. We broke the news earlier this afternoon. I don't even want to delay it. Bill, I'm not going to delay this. We got to just bring her in. We
can't delay it.
We got a lot of hype already. You know,
your ticket will be revoked from the party.
It's true. It's true. Many tickets were revoked today from the party. We're going to talk about all that.
Can we call this the Fire N Flava Fest after party?
This is the after party. This is officially the after party.
I don't know if we'd be allowed in the after party.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be allowed in the after party, but we're going to make our way in the after party. She might kick us out of our own show. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we have been, but we're going to try it out.
I brought drinks.
He's got drinks. He's got water. Jay, you have water. We're definitely getting kicked out of here today.
It's flavored water.
We're absolutely getting kicked out of this party. All right, let's bring her in, guys. All right, she is one half of the newly crowned Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Champions. That's crazy. Right off the bat, we got a champion coming on. Let's bring her in, guys. She is Kiera Hogan.
Woo!
Kiera, what's going on?
What's good, everybody? Hello.
This is the after party. This is officially the after party. Are we okay calling it the after party?
I like that y'all called it the after party. It can definitely be the after party.
All right, deal. Kiera, what's going on? First question I'm going to ask, and I'm going to let Alicia talk because I was already yelled at because we didn't let Alicia talk enough, and she's our knockout, so we're going to let her talk. So I got to ask the question. I thought of this all day. I said, I'm going to ask her, how you doing? How's it coming off the great episode? And how many photos do you have in your phone of you and that championship belt that you recently won? How many pictures are in the phone of that belt?
I have pictures with the title, without the title by itself, the title on me, the title in different places. It's had its own photo shoots, own video shoots. I'm just coming off the celebration. First and foremost, I just hate that everybody had to ruin our moment. Like Deanna can have her black tie. Rosemary and Bravo can have their wedding. I mean, they both ended terribly. So, I mean, we on that list too. But, like, come on now. We just made history. At least y'all can do is give us one night. Like, at least one night.
It's one night. They didn't want much.
Just one.
Alicia, they didn't need much. They didn't need much. They just wanted one night to party. I think if Alicia was there, she would have policed us a little bit for you. Right, Alicia?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She already knows it's lit. It's lit. I heard
absolutely.
She knows it's lit.
So I got to ask you, how does it feel? I mean, so one thing we all knew about you, we learned early on, you grew up watching TNA Impact, right? You were a kid who grew up on the company, and there was a video of you talking about it on YouTube, right? This is all? I want to verify this right now.
Yeah, that definitely was something that happened when I was 14, 15.
That's awesome.
I think I was in that video.
But isn't it cool that you're like now you're here, like you're in the company, you hold the championship. Like, how does that feel? That's got to be surreal for you to have that moment.
I mean, it is. It definitely is. Like, I still can't believe it when I read it, when I see it, when I just it's a dream come true. Like you said, that video was of me when I was 14, 15 years old, speaking on the cap and how they were the best and how they were the actual bar and that they didn't get the mentions that they deserve. And honestly, I'm happy to say I'm a knockout and I'm putting the knockouts on the map like we so rightfully deserve, man. And I'm so proud to be a knockout. Like I said, to have talked about them when I was a kid or a teenager, and then to be a part of something so great and to make history as a part of the knockout division is something that I didn't even think I was going to be able to do. So I'm definitely very blessed.
Awesome. Now, Bill wanted to ask a question. Bill, I know you want to talk about the Fire N Flava Festival. Let's jump right into this now. We're coming off this hot episode right now. Go ahead, Bill. I know he was very nervous to talk to you about this character because it didn't go as planned. But go ahead, Bill. Talk about it.
We were looking forward to this. This Fire N Flava Fest was. We had all the good intentions for you. Sadly, Swinger, he was on ringside, couldn't help out. We love the Swing Man, but sadly it didn't work out. But we definitely wanted to see what's going to happen. And obviously, Nevaeh and Havok. What are you going to do with them now? They had to ruin the party again,
right? You know why? Because they're haters. They are huge haters. They are the biggest haters of 2021. Obviously, they had to ruin our celebration. But you know what? Because they're haters. I mean, and once you at the top, people gonna try to knock you down. And I understand we're gonna have people coming at us left and right, but we are prepared. We are prepared for whatever is next and whatever gets thrown at us. And it's okay. We'll take the L tonight. We will definitely take the L tonight. But come next week, when Tasha goes against Havok, we'll see who's taking the L then.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be a good match. That's gonna be a good match. Now, can we expect you to get involved? I mean, you don't have to tell us the game plan, but I mean, you got. I
don't even know what you're talking about. I come out and I show my support in my cute outfit, because I always got me cute outfit on. I come out, support, one tag champ needs the other part, right? Because we're tag champs. I come out, I support. So I don't even know what you're talking about.
You know what? You mentioned the outfit. Let's talk about that. There is a hot sale going on tonight at shopimpact.com. 25% off that shirt you're wearing right there. Talk about it.
Let me tell you, the Fire N Flava is, well, actually, it is my second t-shirt.
That's right. That's right. You're right.
My first one with Tasha. So
That's
this
right.
is our official Fire N Flava t-shirt. We're the Knockouts Tag Champs. Obviously, we got to get some hot new merch. You got to win the heat wave, obviously. And it's the hottest new merch. And you get 25% off using the code FIRE, obviously, because it's lit, right?
There you go. All the listeners are listening live right now. There, you guys can go open another tab right now. Go to shopimpact.com. While you're still listening, type in the promo code, get the t-shirt.
Get that hot merch, because Jaybone told you so.
And you can also get another hot t-shirt and that bandana, I believe, on Tasha Steelz. That's already on order. I'm waiting for that. Hopefully by now.
You already know. This is literally like my favorite piece because we both wear bandanas and headbands like when we work or when we're just like when we dress. So I just love that we like have headbands. So definitely head over to Tasha's Big Cartel and get this and the t-shirt that matches with it because that's lit too.
You could swear. You could swear, Kiera. I know you were about to drop some fire on the show, but you can go ahead and do that. That's fine. So we're not gonna give you anything for that. That's cool. But look, listen. Now I want to ask you. Now you got this feud, right? Havok and Nevaeh. Have you going into a rematch now? Potentially. Let's say they get the rematch. What's the game plan now? What's the game plan going into this?
The game plan is, I just don't understand how many times you have to get your ass handed to you to understand that it's not gonna work again. That's my biggest. That's the biggest question. How many times do you want to get dragged before you understand that you're not gonna get it? How many times? If we have to do it again, we'll do it again. Like we already know what the outcome is gonna be. We're the champions. We've done it before. We've done it twice. We've done it 3 times, and then we won the tag titles. So the game plan is we're going to go into it like we always have. Raggedy and Tragedy going to get these hands, and that's it, period.
I like that. Very cool. No, we're excited for it. I mean, we watched, we all watched the whole tournament real excitedly. We broke it down on the show. We did a couple specials about it. Even Jaybone over here is doing like knockouts specific shows on his other channels. Like we're really invested in that division. And it is absolutely, and I'm sure you'll agree because you're in it, but it is by and far the best women's
hands
division in history. Like always has been since the beginning. Who could ever rival this division? I mean, bottom line.
Honestly.
What would you say to anybody who doubts that, though?
I mean, just check us out. Like, I just feel like the thing with Impact is people don't give us a chance. Like, that's just the biggest thing. People don't give us a chance. If you give us the chance, if you just turn on just one match, I promise you get invested after that. With all the characters that we have, all the diversity, all the different stories and the twists and turns and how everything is so, like, connected, you'll get, like, sucked into it, man. Just check it out at least once, and I promise you'll be back every time.
Absolutely. I mean, Bill, you've been there since the beginning of the knock. You've been going to shows at the beginning of the Knockouts division. I mean, you got to see going from Kiera, who was a fan, and now a champion. I mean, how trippy is it just to see that growth of the division, and now the fans have become champions?
No, it's great to see. But as soon as Kiera got in the ring, I think we all knew that a great future was ahead for her. Like you look at Ace Austin on the male side, I think that's where you got Kiera on the female side. It's just young, up and comer. Definitely the future of this division for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, I appreciate that so much, honestly. Because like you said, I was just a fan. Like I literally just watched growing up, and I was like, man, I want to do that one day. I think I can do that one day, and just like I said, to make history and be in the position that I'm in, it doesn't always process as fast as life goes.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now I want to ask Alicia, I'm going to ask that question that I know you didn't know I was going to ask for you, but I'm going to ask for you right now. All right, here's what we're going to ask. We're going to find out. And I guess it requires you to answer me too, Alicia. Now, Kiera, I know you guys can watch each other's back. You and Tasha, you're scrappy. You guys can handle business. But do you need a manager? Because Alicia right here would gladly jump in the corner. I mean, she can help you out, maybe some advantage here and there if you need it. We got a manager for you potentially.
I mean, we always need. Listen. Let me tell you something. When I had this vision, like I literally thought of this as a girl fashion. Like I wanted it to be bigger. Like I wanted to be bigger than the biggest thing almost. Like I just wanted like this really like strong female faction. Like, and honestly, like I'm definitely not doubting any more people coming to Fire Flavor. Like honestly, like this is a movement, okay? This is a movement. You gotta hop on this heat wave. So we always recruiting,
That's awesome. That's real cool. Listen, we're excited to see you guys, just seeing you two grow organically. I think for me, and Bill, I think you were at these tapings. For me personally, I felt, and you can tell me, Kiera, if this holds a spot for you. There was a taping, I think New York, where you were on color commentary or guest commentary. Mm-hmm. And it was like the first time we all kind of got to hear you, like in your just be you. Mm-hmm. And it was like, that was the moment I think we all talked about on the show. That was the moment I think we all felt like, damn it, like, wow, she's a riot. Like, who is this? All of a sudden you were just spitting fire on the microphone. And we're like, oh, shoot, she can cut promo. Like, okay, all right, wait a minute now. And I felt like after that, it all shifted.
Yeah, she was going back and forth with Don Callis, I believe. Yeah, I remember that.
Does that moment hold something for you at all? Because like that, to me, I always remember that. That was the day I really felt like you arrived, and for us as fans to hear you.
I feel like I just came into my own. Like at that point, I finally felt comfortable being my authentic self. I was going through something very drastic personally, so I just felt like I was coming to my authentic self, and you could see it on screen too. Like I almost had this extra boost of confidence, like I know I'm bad and can't nobody tell me anything else. And honestly, I needed that. Honestly, like before when I was the girl on fire, like I'm always gonna be the girl on fire, but that little girl was scared. That little girl was timid and shy, and she wanted to be great and she wanted to live her dream, but she didn't want to speak up for herself when she needed to. So I feel like that in New York, like you heard me with Don, with Jordan, with whoever I was with, I feel like I was just in my own. I was like, can't nobody tell me I'm not bad. Can nobody tell me I'm not bad?
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Your evolution has been awesome to witness.
It definitely has.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That growth has just been, I mean, in such a short amount, because you signed, are you going on, is this year 3 starting now? Or is this just like
I'm going into year 4.
4, okay, I'm sorry, year 4. So
I've
like,
signed since 2017.
Crazy, I didn't even realize it's been that long. I keep forgetting it's 2021, by the way. I'm still writing 2020 on all my stuff. So. Even though I should be leaving that year in the past. But tell me a little bit about you and Tasha. Now, like you guys have history. Did you team up before Impact? Did you face each other on the Indies? What's the history behind you two?
So me and Tasha, well, we met actually. It's funny, we met in a tournament. We met in the ECWA Super 8 tournament.
Oh, cool.
Back in the day, actually, Deanna was in it too. So it's so funny how the world works. But yeah, we met in a tournament, and then years later, I saw Tasha kind of pop up on the independents more, and she was working at Queens of Combat. She wrestled my girlfriend Diamante a few times at Queens of Combat. They had a very good rivalry at Queens of Combat. And then I had a match with Tasha, a street fight at that Queens of Combat. And it was actually funny the way we got into the match. Like, we wanted to make it a big story. We wanted to make it like mean something. And from that match, we just had instant chemistry. And I was like, girl, you need to come to Impact. You need to show up. You need to be here. And she actually did like the gauntlet we had at the 2300 arena. She was a part of it. She did awesome in that too. But I was like, girl, you need to come up here. Like, like we need to do something, honestly. And through the pandemic, you know, Impact hit her up, and I'm so happy the way things just happened. Like I said, me and Tasha met in a tournament, and then we won a tournament together. Like that's just so
Yeah.
crazy to me. That's so
That's
crazy.
cool.
Like, so it was just always instant. Like, she's really good friends with my girlfriend. She's really good friends with me. Like it's always just been instant chemistry, and I'm just very, very grateful to just have instant chemistry with my tag partner. And like you said, just the growth of us is so organic because they literally were just like, oh, okay, Kiera, you want Tasha to come here? Well, see what's her. Let's see how you do. And then from that point on, it was just like off.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Yo, side note, can we give some love for Diamante? We're big fans of hers too, by the way. We love her.
We miss her.
We miss her a lot.
They love you.
We love her. She was such a big part of like really I mean, for LAX. I mean, that whole growth. She was a big part of that too. We don't forget that for sure.
Definitely not. She's iconic, man. I tell her
Absolutely
how iconic she is. She knows she's iconic.
I got to see her perform at the Impact Zone in Florida a couple times years ago, and she was killing it, just killing it. I mean, she was absolutely awesome talent. So definitely, please give her our best because we're big fans for sure.
Well, Trent, speaking of, I believe Tasha and Kiera, after they won the titles, kind of challenged maybe a certain tag team in down south.
Oh, okay. Well, who do we have? Was there an official challenge put out?
Oh.
Let's talk about this. Let's hear about
There was
this.
at least some shade thrown their way. It sounded.
I mean,
like.
I know that. I mean, they like throwing some shade, but what happened here now, Kiera? Talk about this.
Like, let me just, like I said, we just want teams, no matter where they come from, no matter how long they've been around. Havok and Nevaeh have been around for how long? Like, how long have Havok and Nevaeh been around? And we just want the best of the best, wherever they come from, whoever they work for, it does not matter. Like, we just want the challenge. We want to be able to put ourselves up to any challenge to prove that we're the best tag team. And that's it. Like, point blank, that's all it is. It's just us wanting friendly competition. We want the competition. We want these fantasy matches to happen. We want to see what we can do. We want what anybody can do, honestly. So it doesn't matter, like I said, where they come from, where they've been, how they got there. We want it. Let's get it.
Perfect. You know, I got a fantasy booking type question. Is there a former Knockouts tag team that you wish you could have faced now that you're the champs? Who's a former champion tag team? Looking back, when you were growing up, cutting those promos on YouTube, just setting yourself up for today. Who's a team you would like to face, and who's a team you want to face now, or a knockout you want to face now that you haven't at all?
Well, obviously, me and Tasha obviously would love to face the original Knockouts tag champs, Taylor Wilde and Sarah Stock.
Yes.
I remember watching like Taylor Wilde from the beginning, like when she was just that little fan, and then they gave her the contract, and they were like, "You get to wrestle Awesome Kong." Like, I remember all of that, like literally. So I would love to wrestle Taylor Wilde at any tag team or singles. That's one person I would love to get in the ring with. She's the one person like that's had influence on me, kind of the way that I feel like Mickie James is. Like, I just love how like determined and driven she was, and it showed in the way that she wrestled, and it showed in the way that she worked. And honestly, I wish she wrestled way longer, and I hope that one day she would come back, because that's definitely one knockout I would love to get in the ring with.
Nice, very cool. I want to ask you something. Kind of rewinding a little bit. I'm in Chicago, and last time you were in Chicago, they had a big coming out party for you here. There was you were including a drag show, and you made some appearances and some speaking engagements. What did that mean to you? You had I remember seeing you had a whole calendar of events going on in Chicago in October of 19. How was that experience?
First of all, it's been I can't believe how much time has passed since then. Like I said, I was coming into my own around that time. So the fact that Impact was so, I don't know if you can. That's my dog Blaze playing with his toy. Yeah, I was coming into my own at the time. So the fact that Impact was so open to just welcoming me and what I was going through, and just celebrating that is so amazing. Like in my workplace, like I just had so much support surrounding that that it was such a celebration. There was no like downside really, because like I said, it was just a celebration of everything, and the fact that I got to go speak to kids and I got to do so many cool events. Like you said, I got to host a drag show, which was incredible. Like I had never been to a drag show before, but I got to host one and I was so turned. It was so lit. Oh my God, I want to do that again. But like I just got to do so many things. I got to drop a hockey puck at the Allstate Arena. Like I
that was
didn't
cool.
realize
That's
until
awesome.
we drove up to the Allstate Arena that it was the Allstate Arena. And I was like, oh my God, what? Like it was just so crazy. And man, I just thank Impact and Ross because man, I will never forget that ever. Like that is a lifetime memory for me. No matter how many pictures or videos or anything that anybody took, I will always remember that.
That's
was
awesome.
hands down one of the greatest moments of my life.
I'm so bummed, Alicia, that the place that she had the drag show is literally 3 blocks from my house. And I'm like,
Oh, that's awesome.
but I was at the but Kiera, I was at the All Glory show that was going on across town at the same time you were doing that. Because my band played that show because
Should
we
have
did
came
the
to my
music.
show. It was better.
I had to be there. I was booked to play music at that show. I had to be at that one.
And we see what happened. Sammy kicked you out of your own band.
Sammy came and kicked me out of my own band, but that's another story. We'll talk about. We don't want to bring in Sammy Callihan to this again. Last time he was here, he kicked me out of my band. Here, I don't want to talk about. It's a harsh memory for me. But next time you're in Chicago, you definitely got to go back to that place. And we got to do that again because I'm sure all the fans will come right back out. It's a cool, it's a really hopping area where you were at.
Oh yeah, like I went there during the day, but I wish I could have had more time to actually do things that I wanted. I felt like I was really busy doing all the events I planned to do that I didn't have time to like do things on my own time. But definitely another time, I even told everybody at Scarlet Bar, I was like, look, I definitely want to come back. At some point, I've talked to the owner. I've talked to like just so many of the queens that work there, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna be back. One day, I'm coming back, and it's gonna be more than one day. Okay, it'll be multiple days. I'm gonna have a whole fire week.
That just means Impact has to do more shows in Chicago, Bill. Right? That you can. Bill's on the East Coast, and he drives out for these. So Bill, you got to come out for another weekend of shows. We need a Slammiversary. We need a Bound for Glory. We need a Hard to Kill. We need a Rebellion. We need at
least throw at least one of the Philly area for me to make it a little easier. But
yeah. Oh, definitely in the Philly area. Oh man, I miss wrestling in Philly. I started wrestling in Philly, and it'll always hold a special place in my heart.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, Kiera, it's been wonderful to see you two grow, especially you, because we kind of started growing with you first, as you came in and everything, and it's just amazing to see. And for me personally, I was a sucker for when I've heard you made that video as a fan about one day I'll do this, and it's like now you're here, and that I love stories like that because it literally is like the dream come true, and it's super cool to have you. Yeah, it's super cool to have you here, not only on our show but just doing what you do for Impact, and this amazing group of fans who loves you and supports you every week. I gotta say one thing though, we gotta add this in. So we got Jaybone over here in the corner who we break his balls all day long. He's the old man. He's basically the Johnny Swinger of our group here. He even has
the swing man.
So what we do, Kiera, what we do is whenever he gets out of line, we kind of we berate him a little bit. We give him a hard time. We try to we make him basically how you and Tasha do to Swinger.
Whose uncle is this? If the 80s don't come back and get their uncle for real.
That's kind of what we do to him. So every time he gets out of line, we fire and flavor him right on the spot.
They hit me.
Yeah. On the spot, yes.
On site.
It's like squashing a bug, As soon as he gets out of line, we just take him down. That's all.
Larry stands. That's how you do it.
Awesome. Well, Kiera, listen, I don't want to keep it too long. I appreciate you coming out. Let's get plugs in here. Where can people follow you? Where can they buy your stuff? Where everything. Get it all in. Everything. Just get all in there.
Well, I got an Instagram at Hogan Knows Best 18. That name might be changing soon because I've had it for the longest time. But I think it might be time to change that. So it might not be that for long, but that's it for right now. Twitter is Hogan Knows Best 3. That might change soon too, because like I said, I got to upgrade everything. Everything's been the same for too long, and I made history, so it's time to upgrade everything. I also have an OnlyFans where I just like my OnlyFans is literally where I'm more myself and not so much of my character, the hottest flame. I'm more just me. Like I like to post more videos and pictures of my dog and like me and my girlfriend and stuff. So OnlyFans / the Kiera Hogan as well. And shopimpact.com. You can get my new fire flavor tee, Tasha's Big Cartel, Tasha Steelz at Big Cartel or something like that. Just look up Big Cartel and then Tasha Steelz, and then get the fire flavor, that headband and our new shirt. But just support our Knockouts tag champs. We made history, and we're gonna continue making history. Because guess what? These titles, they're not going nowhere. They're not going anywhere.
I love it.
Oh no,
I love it. Now, one last question before you go, Kiera. Would you recommend Foreman's Catering for our future parties? We were told Foreman's Catering is what catered the fest tonight.
Listen, first of all, that had nothing to do with me. I didn't say it was Foreman's Catering. Okay, I called Atlanta to get my catering. I don't know what happened between that and the festival. Okay, 'cause I called my mama, I called my grandma. I was like, hook me up with the wings, hook me up with that good. But they were just like, I don't know what the miscommunication was. That had nothing to do with me.
We're gonna let that one slide. I think the group at the attendees were a little outspoken, but we thought it was funny, so we'll take it.
I have the runs.
That's how people felt after that one. Kiera, thank you so much. We wish you, honestly, just continue to wish you the best in growing the career and just holding on to the belts forever. We love what you Knockouts do. I mean, you are the greatest women's division in the history, consistently in the history of this business, and you guys continue to be. And I love seeing all of you just redefining it every week. And,
thank you so much. Thank you. So, we'll keep killing it, always.
Please do. Come back and hang with us some other time. We're probably gonna have Tasha in here one of these days too. Maybe both of you come in. Maybe you can run in on hers, and you guys can obliterate Jaybone live.
For that.
There we
go. We'll grill him where he stands.
There you go, Jaybone. You see that? The threat from the champ right there. You think what they do to swingers bad? We're gonna murder you on this show.
You better watch.
Kiera, thank you very much, guys. Kiera Hogan, one half of the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Thank you very much for being here, Kiera. We appreciate it. Have a great night. Please say hi to Diamante again for us. Thank you.
Thanks, Kiera.
I definitely will.
We'll see you, Kiera. Thanks a lot. Kiera Hogan, everybody. How
So
about
cool.
That?
So cool.
What a trip. I'm telling you, we've seen her career just grow, and just for her to be on the show and just connect with her for a few minutes was awesome. Like, just so cool. She's so cool. She's super cool.
Yeah.
But Jaybone, I'm serious about having her come on and grill you live. I really do want her to come on and just like her and Tasha come on and just like torch you live.
Well, if I work on my tan, can we subside that a little?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are going to be just torched completely live by both of them one of these days.
Roasted. All right. Bring it on.
Guys, we're gonna do the review. We got a couple more quick drop-in guests, real quick, to plug a few things. So with our first one, we're gonna bring in Bill. I'll let you set this one up. This is one of Bill's right here. Set this one up.
Yes. This is
Is it Odark? Because he's also owes my money?
It is not Odark.
It is not Odark.
Absolutely not Odark. Not Odark.
It is Jonesy.
I hope
and,
not.
Let me bring in Jonesy right now, who's been doing a lot of merch for a lot of guys on the independent scene, but someone very near and dear to us is about to have a drop. So let's bring him in now.
Bring him in. Jonesy, what's happening,
Jonesy!
man?
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Well, thanks for being here, man. I recently learned about who you are, and you're absolutely awesome. Like, your stuff is really fucking cool, man.
Thank you very much. I tried very, very hard.
That's awesome, man. Look, so we wanted to bring in for a couple minutes to just plug the stuff, man. Like, people who might not know who you are, we all have seen recently. But Bill, why don't you talk about it? You actually picked up some of the merchandise, Bill.
Well, he's been. What was the first thing you started with, Jonesy? Was it KTB's hand or the lighters? Maybe.
No, the first thing I ever did was the KTB foam finger. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I have in my car right now.
Almost 2 years ago now. Yeah.
Very cool, man. And
then
now
it evolved
recently
into lighters, and then just went on from there.
That's so cool. And now the big release is the Ace Austin stuff we got going on, right?
Yes, it's actually live right now. So what I started doing this past October is I wanted to bring everything that has to do with horror movies, horror shows, everything like that, and bring it into wrestling, because I think that's the perfect crossover. So what I started doing is I started doing long sleeve shirts of independent wrestlers, and what I do is I reach out to that wrestler and I find what their favorite horror thing is. So each shirt is personal. It's not just something slapped together. I'm working with the wrestler throughout the whole process. And what I do is I've used the same artist. His name's Alec Hugo. He lives over in the UK. And with each drop, I have DJ Tony B make a music video, and it blends highlights of the wrestler in with the presentation of the shirt. And in the fall and the winter, I did a hoodie. And upcoming in the spring and summer, I'm going to start doing shorts. So that'll be something cool. So I use the same people. And for printing, it's actually hand screen printed by a local company, Lehigh Valley Apparel Creations. So every shirt is designed by the same person. It's presented by the same person, printed by the same people. So it's like a collection that I'm kind of putting together. And we're almost at 20 shirts now.
That's super cool, man. I'm a big fan. The one my favorite, and I'll let you guys talk about yours, but I love the Manders one. The Steve Manders one is he's a friend of mine here. He works a lot in Chicago with me and at AAW, and he's that shirt is super dope.
That was a Cowboys from Hell theme. Is what
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
We got the Ace Austin shirt right here. Here we go.
There you go. Now that is Ace Austin's first ever hoodie ever. So that is, if you are an Ace Austin fan, you have to own this. This is his first ever hoodie that he's ever had.
That's nice, man. That design is so cool.
That's a sick design.
I love it.
So now with the hoodies, it's only a pocket print. I like to keep them very simple. With my own hoodies, I like to just keep it simple and classy. And then with the long sleeves, that's where we start to go crazy with it. And check it out right there.
That's awesome, man. Look at this stuff.
The Gambit crossover.
Yeah.
Yep. So Ace wanted to do Gambit. Go figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who would have guessed that? But so and Alec just knocked it out of the park. It's got the hashtag inevitable on the side. It's got the same pocket print that you see for the hoodies, and then you can see the back. He's just slicing the head off of a zombie.
Look at this. That is
beautiful work.
Any zombie fans or Walking Dead fans out there? Look at that. That is awesome.
That is awesome, dude.
There you
Very
go.
cool.
Get that pre-order, folks.
Each long sleeve, it comes bagged. Protective bag with the label on it. This isn't the Ace Austin. This is a Billy Starks one, but this is how the long sleeves will come presented like that. So you get your money's worth for sure. And what I need to mention is 100% of the profits go to Ace Austin. I'm not in this to make money. I'm in it to mostly I do it with the independent wrestlers. I want to spread their name out there. A lot of the Midwest independents are shut down right now.
Yeah.
So I want to give their fan base something to look forward to. I want those wrestlers to still be able to make money. So I was focusing on the Midwest a lot. And I think in like November, Ace actually hit me up and he's like, I love what you're doing. I would love to have a horror long sleeve. So who was I to say no to Ace Austin?
For real, man. He's
True.
an star. He was just on our show a couple weeks ago.
Inevitable.
Yeah, he's the coolest. Such a great guy. Such a down to earth dude.
Great kid, and he's so talented, and he's just he's absolutely the future of the business. So we're huge fans of his, and he's great. That's so cool, man. I would love to talk to you about some stuff too, and I'm gonna hit you up on the side for a couple of things too, man. I work for AAW in Chicago. We're a Midwest Indian. We're shut down. Okay. We'll talk for sure, man. I saw that because I've seen the Manders one. And I had no idea that was you. And then Bill and told me he knew you. And then Alicia mentioned she knew you and your stuff. And I was like, man, I never knew who this was. And like, I looked at the rest, the Billy Stark stuff, the Ace Austin. It's super cool, man. Super cool. Awesome. Yeah. Well, Jonesy, I got the website up here. Let me put it back up. But just say it verbally because this all goes on audio too. Tell people where they find it.
Awesome. JonesyCollects.com. And for the next 48 hours, if you use the promo code TALKIMPACT, you get 20% off the Ace Austin long sleeve and the hoodie. Either or, get them both. It's basically like getting more than free shipping. All profits still go to Ace, so that the promo code doesn't cut from his profits at all. So buy those up.
Nice.
Because the more we sell, the more Ace gets, and who knows what he's going to do with that money with entrance gear, or who knows?
Who knows, man? Who knows? That's super cool. Jones, yeah, definitely. Do you have a Twitter or anything you want to plug as well? Just get that in real quick.
Yeah, Twitter and Instagram, it's both. Jonesy was taken. I'm active on Twitter all the time. Instagram, I got to get better at it. I'm starting to become an old man, and I don't. If I can't do it on my computer, I'm not very good at it. So, but yeah, Jonesy was taken. Twitter and Instagram. You can find me there.
Oh man, Jonesy, thanks for coming on, dude. It was so cool to finally meet you and
thank you for having me.
In here. Thank you for the promo code. So guys, listeners, there's 100 people in here live right now listening. All you guys, 20. It's a 25%, Jonesy. Was it 25 or 20?
It's 20% off.
20% off.
Yep.
Promo code Talk Impact. Go to JonesyCollects.com. Pick it up. That Ace. He's Ace Austin. He's an Impact star. He's a former guest on the show. He's one of our friend of the show. So go support Ace Austin. Support Jonesy's work. Follow him on Twitter. Get out there, man. That really, really cool, dude. I'm super, super impressed with what you do.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, man.
Here, guys.
You got it. Anytime,
Absolutely.
man. Next time you have something to plug, you have a new design, just hit up Bill and you come right on, man. Come right anytime.
Yeah. I'll tell you this right now. This isn't the last Impact star that I have a collab planned with. So.
There you go. There's your tease, everybody.
You'll be seeing me again later this spring for sure.
Perfect. Bill, you stay on top of him, and whenever he's ready, you bring him back in. We'll plug it.
Thank you very much, guys.
Very cool.
Thank
Jones,
you.
thanks, man. We appreciate it, dude. Awesome. Jones, everybody. Very nice. He is so good, man. He is
Nice guy.
So fucking good.
It's merch night on TNI. We're plugging everybody's merch.
Yeah.
It really is, man. That's really cool. I got one more person to plug in, everybody. Then we'll get to the review. It's a long show.
You know what?
He's been waiting.
Can I interject here just for a minute?
No.
I talked with Bill. Well, I'm going to anyways. I talked about this with Bill, so I'm just going to bounce this off to you. I don't think anybody's going to object to this. Taxman's returning to podcasting. This is really cool. Let's just have him for the review. What do you say?
If he's up for it, absolutely. You got to ask him though, Bill. You got to ask him, Jaybone. So, well, you already spilled it. I was gonna build him up and introduce the name, but now you already gave that away. But anyway, listen, I'll redo a hype. We're gonna bring this guy. He's been waiting for almost 37 minutes in the back right here. Okay, very patiently. Kyle's here. He's here to welcome this.
I'm Taxman. I'm the Taxman.
You're not the Taxman.
And I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
All right, we gotta bring this guy in. We gotta bring this guy in. He's been waiting patiently. Kyle, when you and I started off, we had one guy who believed in us, who supported us from the beginning. He brought us on his show. He came and talked on ours. He was an early supporter of us, retweeting us when we were nobody.
An OG.
He's an OG. People wouldn't even look in our direction. He's like, "Hey guys, here's a leg up. I'm going to help you out," and he helped us out. He put us over. I'm going to bring. He got out of podcasting. He's back in podcasting, and we're bringing him here to plug his stuff. So you guys can go follow him real quick. Let's bring him, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the Taxman. Taxman, what's happening? There he is.
Taxman.
I have seen that penis.
No, absolutely.
Seen him before? Familiar.
Wow.
It's like, oh, well, welcome back for the guy.
Welcome back.
Well, first you tried to steal my gimmick there, Kyle. Thanks a lot, bud. I know it's been a minute, but
Taxman, good to see you back, man. For those who don't know who you are, I want you to talk about your history in podcasting a little bit. You did a pod about Impact before. You left, you came back. Talk about it. Let people know who you are. I want people to understand the history behind the man here. Did we lose him? Oh, we lose him? Shit.
yeah. So for
there you go.
there we go.
There we go.
This is the good stuff.
All right. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm the Taxman. I used to run the Six Sided Podcast, which was an Impact Wrestling podcast, and I had very special guests on. Kyle and Trent were very gracious to join the program. I think it was once together and then once each separately. And then I believe I joined your guys' program in its infancy, and I was very happy to have the heavyweight title of most listens ever for the longest period of time on your show.
He did have that. Kyle, you remember that? He was the highest rated guest.
We did have a bit of an entanglement there, all of us. We did. But then you left, Taxman. You disappeared. But now you're back, just like Trey. Trey disappeared and then he came back.
Yeah. It got a little bit too cold up in the north, so I had to go hunker down for a little while, if you will. But yeah, no, I'm back now with a new project like you were speaking of, so I'm very excited to be back in the podcasting game.
That's awesome. Well, tell us about the new project, what it is, and where people can find all that stuff. What is it all about?
Yeah, so the new project is called Grappling with Canada. So essentially, it's a look at the history of wrestling in Canada, Canadian wrestling, people, events, places, all that kind of good stuff. So this is a monthly program because, as Heath would say, I got kids, so I got my little Rugrats take a lot of my time. So this is a monthly, long form, in depth discussion about. Essentially the pillars of Canadian wrestling. So we had episode 1 launched 3 weeks ago, and it was looking at Stu Hart and the history of Stampede Wrestling. I had 3 fantastic guests on, one of which was Keith McCoy, who legitimately wrote the Bible on Stampede Wrestling. And it was a fantastic time. Episode 2 will be dropping in a couple of days. And should I give you guys a teaser of that one?
Yeah, tell us. Go ahead. Break it here. There's a lot of people in here listening right now.
We're all friends here. We're all getting reacquainted, if you will. So episode 2, like I said, will be coming out in a few days, and it's going to be looking at the life, wrestling career, and unfortunate end of Dino Bravo. So if anybody has seen the Dark Side of the Ring episode, the assassination of Dino Bravo, that's a very good primer for this. Obviously there's like you just said, it's a very heavy subject. I do go into it. I'm very pleased to be joined by Pat LaPrade, who legitimately if anybody is not familiar with him, you should be. He is essentially the reason why that episode was able to happen. He lined up all the guests. He did all the French to English translation between the guests and Evan and Jason, who were doing the program. He was the crux of the entire thing. Bertrand Hébert, he's like legitimately the Montreal wrestling historian. And I got another guest from TSN Montreal, and we kind of talk about the backstory, why Montreal is so different than even just wrestling in Canada. So it's going to be a fantastic show.
That's awesome, man. Super cool, man. Like, we needed something. You know, Josh Alexander's always talking about how the Canada scene doesn't get enough shine. And, you know, he's been doing a lot to put clips out and things out. And here you are doing a long form podcast, the history of it. That's really cool. I'm glad Canada's getting a lot more shine. Plus, your very own from your neck of the woods, Don Callis is making a lot of waves nowadays. Callis and Omega are making a hell of a lot of waves nowadays. And
cocktail hour, brother.
Absolutely, that's what it is up in the peg. So no, that's cool, man. Very nice. I'm glad you're back in the game. You're an OG in the Impact Wrestling podcasting game. So I would say you paved the way for us to jump into something like this, and we appreciate you helping us out in the beginning. It was very nice of you to be a supporter of ours, and we're glad to have you back and repay you a little bit and show the favor back by having you on this platform to plug the new show. So thank you, Taxman.
Well, thank you guys. Honestly, it's been a wild ride, we'll say that. So from how the original show kind of faded away to how I kind of fell in love with the whole thing, and now with this new project, man, we're full speed ahead. So like I said, episode 2 is coming out right away. Episode 3, I'm not going to give it away, but episode 3 is very much one that the Impact Wrestling fans are going to be glued to. And it's
cool.
Think about all-time Canadian greats from Impact Wrestling. Maybe you'll start to formulate that one, and maybe I'll tease that one a little bit later on Twitter as we go. But looking forward to that one as well.
That's awesome. That is very
tremendous.
Cool.
I'll tune in. I'll check it out.
Even Tony Khan will be watching. Did you want to hang out?
He'll be sitting there with his captain's logbook again, like last week there, right?
Do you want to hang out? Let's do the review, or are you strapped for time a little bit? Do you want to hang out while we do this?
I would love to hang out to do with this, and I'm going to take you up on that offer in the near future, if you will. But as they say, I got kids. Unfortunately, being a dad has to take precedence. I know, terrible. Taxman, he comes back in this place. He's hyping the place up. He's talking about his pocket. Oh wait, no, kids are. I've got to go. See you guys.
It ain't no secret. I need a job.
You got kids, buddy. He's
Taxman, you are welcome anytime you want to join us for a review. You feel free. You just let me know. Feel free to come on, especially because you definitely tugged at at my heartstrings by wearing a Chicago Blackhawks hat today. I appreciate that. Which is strange.
I figure you mean you've been kicked out of your own band. People are trying to take your spot. So I'm trying to just, I'm trying to repay the love too here. So
I appreciate it.
Kyle, got nothing for you except a nice hearty, as the kids say.
See, I don't even remember that. Taxman, sure. I can't wait till you come back on the show in another 2 years. Catch up with you again.
Taxman, go tuck the kids in. We appreciate it, guys. And tell them where they can find the show. Plug the Twitter account.
So Twitter is the same as it used to be, at 6_podcast, because that's a real pain in the ass to change. I'm not going to do it. But you can also check us out, tinyurl.com/grapplingwithcanada, or on YouTube, youtube.com/c/6sided podcast. And that's the easiest way to get in touch with me.
There you go, guys. Follow him, support him. If you're into Canadian wrestling, this is the guy to go to. This is long form stuff. If I can make a request for a deep dive into the Karachi Vice from Stampede, I'd appreciate that one day down the line. I was a big fan of the Karachi Vice, as awkward as they were at times. Just put it out there.
I'm not. You want me to give away every goddamn episode I'm going to do?
No.
I literally have, in front of me. You guys can't see it's off screen, so I'm storyboarding invisibility right now. But I have storyboarded the 12 topics of this whole first season. So I'm not going to be turning the camera around though for you. That's
okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Awesome. Taxman, thanks, man. We appreciate it. You to stay in touch with us. Tweet us. Tweet the links out. We'll let us know when they're out. We'll retweet them for you. We always want to work together at any time. And again, doors open anytime you want to come back on the show.
Tremendous. Thanks. And make sure you give Alicia a word in there. Come on now.
Alicia, you just have to interrupt me at this point. I just keep talking, man. I really talk to myself when I sit around. I live alone. In fact, I don't have any dogs. I don't have any cats. I don't have any kids. I like talk to the walls. I cut promos on myself in the mirror. It's terrible.
Trent's therapist says this show is very important for him, right? Part of his regimen.
Kyle, you want to hang out sometime? Maybe be a roommate?
No, you kill me.
Why did I even ask you that?
Absolutely not.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks, brother. We appreciate it. Stay in touch.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right. That's the Taxman, everybody.
Taxman.
Awesome to have him on. Kyle, how about that? That's a touch on our past.
Okay.
That's a tug on our history, Kyle. With the one episode we did together before you just ditched me onto Jaybone.
I passed along the shit, man. I passed the torch. Great to see him come back, though. Like I said, in another 2 years, he'll come back on and plug another project.
That's awesome. No, it's really cool to see him, man. I'm happy to have him back in the game, especially doing Canadian stuff because that doesn't get enough shine. So, thank you again to the Taxman. Give him a follow, guys. At 6_podcast. That's the Twitter account. All the links are there. Cool. All right, shall we jump into the review? We had a lot of guests there. We had Kiera Hogan to start it off. We had Jonesy. We had a Taxman. It was a guest-heavy show, Bill.
In record time.
Not bad. We did.
Ingrid was here. She's still here. She should be proud of it. A little pat on the back. Well, maybe until. I'm not going to assume Ingrid's going to compliment me for anything ever. I just can't assume that. But let's kick it off, guys. It is the January 26th, 2021 episode of Impact on Access TV. This is a hot season. We're leading into No Surrender. There's all sorts of stuff going on. There's surprises every week. You don't know what's going to show up. Goddamn Jerry Lynn and Tony Khan were on last week. This is it's a crazy time to be an Impact Wrestling fan, and today was no different. So we'll start it off. Bill, I want you to set up this first segment. There was a lot happening in the first segment here. A lot of people. I'm going to let Bill set this one up because there's too many names for me to talk about, and I'm going to keep talking. Just take it from me, Bill. Just go. Set it up here. Well, honestly, after all these interviews, it's starting to become a blur here.
Well, Swann comes out.
You see that, Trent? I got the best shirt on the show tonight. Not you and your Aces and Eights shirt. Nobody likes Aces and Eights.
You know why
we talked about that. Nobody likes Aces and Eights, Trent.
You know why I wore this? Because I saw that goddamn Bully Ray clip for the 80th time tonight. With the whole Hulk Hogan, I used you. Brooke Hogan, I screwed you. 80 times.
Oh God.
Do something, old man. Do something. That's what I sound like when I'm talking to Jaybone on the phone. Do something, old man.
I still haven't gotten my shop impact order. It's been 20 days. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm just saying.
What?
I haven't gotten it yet.
I haven't gotten my. I'm only going on like 2 weeks here, but they must be busy because it feels like once they dropped that $5 sale, they must have gotten way behind with the orders because usually Trent, we've talked about it. They're very quick. Yeah. Usually when we order stuff, it's instant.
Alicia got hers in 2 days. 2 days.
I got mine in 2 days, and then Stefan ordered his a week later and got it in 2 days.
I don't know what the hell's going on, man.
They must have different warehouses out. Like mine came all the way from some like side town of LA in California.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. And it took it like a week to get out of California. And then it was shipped here in like no time flat. So it just had to get out of the West Coast. And it's like, wow, you never know where stuff's going to come from. But hey,
that's wonky, man.
The quality of the shirts is incredible. I'm sporting the Su Yung. That evil Su Yung drip. It's incredible.
I got that.
It's beautiful.
That's
Jaybone just said drip.
Drip.
That drip.
Kiera's rubbing off on him.
Well, Ingrid's clearing it up. There's two.
That's what all the young kids are saying now. I'm trying to stay fresh and fly.
How's your TikTok page going, Jaybone? How's that? Have you learned how to dolphin yet?
No,
never mind.
No. I tried to do the dance outside the car and I got ran over. Screw that.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ingrid in the chat just said that there are 2 distribution centers shipping this stuff out. So it depends where you order from and when. So you'll see it when you see it. You know, it's all a matter of that.
I ordered 2 and I got 2 boxes. I think they may have come from, but they didn't. I got them both, but one came really quick.
Okay.
I guess it all depends on what you ordered.
Trent, I know you had the mystery with the Hard to Kill DVD. The chat wants to know, did you ever get it? Did it ever come?
Hard to Kill 2020s finally came. It took a while last year, but it finally came. I'm looking to order the other ones, but they're not back on the website yet. The Slamversary and Bound for Glory.
Oh, good for you.
Hard to Kill did show up eventually. I'll just say that. All right. But yeah, the USPS is all wonky right now anyway.
Yeah.
So even if it ships, who knows, you know? So anyway, all right.
So now we're in. Start the review.
Let's start the review.
Yeah, we're starting the review now. So yeah, a lot of stuff happens here. Just like our show has started off with a lot going on. This segment has a lot going on. Yes. You get the world champ, Rich Swann, comes to the ring, talks about being the champ, people going after him. He calls out the one, the only, the extreme icon, Tommy Dreamer, to come out.
Yeah.
As Tommy's coming to the ring, he mentions that No Surrender is on Tommy's 50th birthday.
Oh.
And he's giving him a world title shot.
Amazing.
I don't think any of us saw that coming.
I didn't see it coming at all.
I love it, though. I love it.
So, obviously, as you can imagine, some guys on the roster have some issue with this.
That's true.
So we start getting everybody. You get our favorite. Oh, come on. Nobody's going to do it. I got to talk and say it.
You were setting it up.
In my ass.
Moose, who infiltrated our Sunday night show in the chat, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, and broke our balls for about 5 minutes in the chat. So
How was it, Moose? You guys got trolled by Zach Bonifer. You fell for it.
It was definitely Moose. Even he told me it was him. So
I don't believe it.
He's like, I'm in the hotel. Thought I'd fuck with y'all. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, so we get Moose. Moose obviously comes out, not happy about this, and that he gets the next title shot. But then we get all kinds of stuff going on because a brawl breaks out, and we have Willie Mack coming back. So we get the return of Willie Mack since the I Quit match. He's back.
Yep.
Then you got Chris Bay involved, and Sami Callihan, then Ken Shamrock. It's madness here.
No, Ken Shamrock came in ICU style. Lights. Sami kills the lights, and Shamrock appears behind him, and it's all just brawling after that. So
it was a lot, and obviously it sets up our main event for tonight.
Now, the Bay came out though and mentioned that his, he was not having it. Right, he was like, he shares the same birthday with Tommy Dreamer, 25 years to the day apart, and he's basically calling Dreamer an old man, saying whatever. Why do you get the shot? It's time for me. So it's all about Bay, right? It's all about Bay Day. So no, and they all brawl. There's a big ass brawl to kick it all out. So who's left standing? It's you got Willie, Tommy, and Rich right in the ring, and then it's Moose, Bay, Sami, and Shamrock on the other side. So you got their 4 on 3. Yeah,
it's even until Shamrock shows up, and then it's just all downhill from there.
Yeah.
With that kidney hit.
I didn't even catch that. Was there a kidney hit?
Came up behind him and punched him right in the kidney.
Shit.
That's almost like a Joe Doering.
Joe was doing a lot of those poses today. He was like,
he didn't do the food though. He did a lot of other ones. It was
he
great.
did like
though.
3 other ones.
Mean mugging.
Mean mugging a lot.
He was doing all the poses. He put in a new. He went yeah instead of ooh. He threw me off. I was like, ah, there's a new one.
What do we got there? Who's in there?
It's me, Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer.
For Glory 2018.
Oh, nice.
I accidentally ended up in the VIP section.
Oh, that's right. You told me.
Had a great night.
Accidentally, yes, accidentally.
Actually, showed up late, and security had nowhere to put us but in VIP. So sometimes showing up late is the blessing.
That's like infiltrating the Fire and the Flava festival and getting in like platinum level.
I would have spotted that Stay Puffed any day.
I really
Loud
thought
as a peacock.
We'll talk about that one for sure. But so interesting segment to open up. Opens up hot, right? Lot of names in the ring, a lot going on. It's all your top. It's all your top tier. Basically, it's all your top tier, letting you know this is who's in your title mix and everything. So cool little opener. Give it a little start. It was a little. You kind of didn't know where it was going at times. I was like, you were kind of unsure because it was uneven, who was on whose side. But then once they separated out, you're like, okay, cool. We're drawing the line here. It's good guys and bad guys. Basically, is what it. Old school. Very old school in that sense. We go backstage. Gia Miller, friend of the show, checks in on Tommy, Willie, and Rich, and they're pissed off. They want to match with Sami, Ken, Moose, and Bay tonight. They're like, we're gonna go talk to Scott DeMoore. Says, well, we're gonna get what we want tonight. So they rush off to Scott's. They're like, Scott's like, you guys look outnumbered right now. You should change that. And then he kind of opens the door, and they all kind of freak out. Now we saw this in the ad, right, Jay? We saw this in the trailer. This was the tease.
Yeah, it's the preview to this week. Yeah, and they were Well, Rich Swann freaked out. Willie Mack was very shocked, and Tommy Dreamer looked happy. He didn't
give like his nod of approval.
Yeah. Just like the elder statesman, just kind of like, all right, let's do this.
I like Rich's reaction. It's like that. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, they almost fell over. Yeah.
So at this point, like all week, everybody's been guessing who it was. And we'll get to it.
What did you guys think? And I want to know in the comments. Don't lie. Don't pretend you knew it. Who did you think it was going to be? Because I sure wasn't thinking who it eventually was.
Exactly.
I think all of us got it wrong on our guesses on Sunday, right? Nobody guessed
We
it.
thought it would be an AEW tie-in.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I said Chris Hero for some reason. I don't know why I went that direction. Looking at
a podcast.
I texted my friend Shark Boy. Like I was just kidding. I thought it would be a joke. Thought it would be a gag. Now, of all people, the last person we ever expected was. Do I say it, or do we do that thing where you don't say anything till we get to it? Yeah.
Well, we get to it. You got it.
All right.
Pal, you're a radio guy.
Follow the rules.
You know how it is.
Follow the rules.
You hook them till the end.
Follow the rules.
Keep them watching.
There's got to be order. There's got to be order.
So it's cool. So in the chat, like Kyle said, just sound off of who did you actually think it was, and no lying, no bullshitting, right, Kyle?
I have to look back. I don't even know who I said anymore.
I don't remember who he said either on Sunday. I guess you got to go back and watch it on the Sunday show.
Maybe nobody asked me. I don't know.
Maybe I skipped you. All right, the opening match of the night is Matt Cardona, Josh Alexander taking on Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. This is Cardona's debut match officially. Here's a cool little tie-in though. And Jay, if you can bring this up on Shop Impact, he's doing a really fucking cool thing today.
Really cool. And there's 43 minutes left, I guess. I don't know if they're going by Eastern time.
Maybe. I don't know, but Alicia, did you see this? What Cardona's doing today? With his merch?
No, I don't think I follow him, to be honest.
Check this out.
Bill said we'll find it. I'll find
that up, Jay. Bill, set this up. You're the merch guy. Talk about what he's doing today. This is really neat.
Actually. Yeah, this is really cool. And honestly, I might have to, while we're on here, I might be placing an order any second here.
It's pretty neat, man.
But this is, if you order, he has, we talked about it, he has a t-shirt. He got an Impact T-shirt right after his debut. Everyone's like, does that mean he signed? Fake wrestling news says he's not, but that's usually a telltale sign. But he has a T-shirt. And tonight, with his debut match, he said, you buy my T-shirt on Shop Impact, the Mack Cardona Always Ready T-shirt, today only, Tuesday. He will call you on the telephone.
The I'm here shirt?
Yeah.
Yes.
He will call you on the phone.
Yeah.
Respect.
Isn't that crazy? Like, dude's gonna like call you up.
But like that. Hello, this is Mack Cardona.
Hey, Mack Cardona here. How you doing? Thanks for buying my
Hey,
shirt.
how are you?
There we
There you
go.
go. There's the shirt. I'm here.
I'm here.
That's really cool.
So you're getting the first ever Mack Cardona Impact Wrestling shirt and a phone call from the guy. How is that not a
cool,
steal?
Man. I mean, it's just a cool little like bonus. Like, hey, thanks for buying my shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it right now. I'm buying it right now.
Very thoughtful.
Bill's gonna order right now. So Jay, for the next few minutes, do not go to Bill for like any comments.
You can go to me. I can hold it.
He's on it right now. You hear his keys clicking?
I hear him. I think I think he's got a tab, like a favorite, always signed in to Shop Impact. It's just ready and signed in, ready to go.
Hey, I have something in my card. I don't even know what's in my card. Something's in my card.
Just like linked up to your card and everything. That's awesome. Cool. All right, Jay, go ahead and take that down.
Let me go around quick. Usually we complain when people come from WWE. Let's be honest, we do. At least Trent and I do. Trent and I complain about everything. But usually, because we give it back. Because all the time, when our people would go there, it would be, oh, he has the TNA stink. So, we dish it right back when people jump in from WWE. But I got to say, Mack Cardona is a perfect fit. I think he's great. I'd like to hear from the comments. Are you happy with him at Impact? Do you think he should sign a deal and stay? Who would you like to see him wrestle with? And most importantly, Trent, the guy's from Long Island, so that's my reason. Guy should be Impact champ. That's right, real East Coast, not New Jersey, real East Coaster.
You like that? Alicia, he's taking shots of your neck of the woods here. What is that all about?
Taking shots.
It's
Jersey. Nobody likes Jersey.
My neck of the woods is technically Syracuse, New York, but I just happen to habitat in New Jersey.
Fair enough.
Very nice.
Stryker gave a shout out to NYWC Kyle. He gave a shout out to Mikey Whipwreck as well on commentary tonight. That was pretty cool.
My favorite promotion to go show up and eat the hot dogs, and the pretzels, Get all rowdy in the front row. But COVID, the pandemic, that's taking that from me, Trent.
Yeah.
I've been to a wrestling show and God knows how long. I'm itching, Trent. I'm jonesing.
Hey, listen, we're getting there, Kyle. The vaccine's out, baby, huh? Phase 1 opening up this week. We're getting there. Sooner or later, you're gonna be.
Yeah, I'm waiting for things to open up again. I'm not a sick fuck like Bill. This he's in a hazmat suit in the middle of nowhere at these crazy mud show wrestling. I don't know.
Hey! I was double masking it before it now became the thing to do.
It is the thing to do now. Now it's like the cool thing to do is to double mask it up. Cool. But no, I did shoot Mikey Whipwreck a text, and I was like, hey, you got a shout out on Impact tonight about your boy Cardona. Because what they say, that I suck? And I was like, no, not at all. He's like, nah, but I do suck. And I was like, no, you don't suck. Come on.
Trent, you having text messages with Mikey Whipwreck?
Oh, good for you.
Me and Mike.
Hollywood Trent, high profile Trent.
I'm name dropping, pal. Just only when you're on. I don't do
big
this
time. Big time.
I'm big time in you, basically, Kyle. I don't get to see you too often, kid. I got a big time when I see you sometimes. All right, can I get you guys' opinion on this? So Josh is in a tag team. I was a little weird about him being put in a tag team right away again. Anybody got that, Alicia?
I can see what you mean, but I don't know, man. Something about him and Matt teaming together just makes sense.
Really, huh?
Yeah, they looked great out there.
I was so like, oh man, we got him from a team to do a solo back to a team, and I was like, damn, I don't know. Jay, you got a thought on this one?
I really want to see Matt Cardona break out on his own. I really do, and I want to see Josh do the same thing.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I think I was ready for Josh to go solo and just see him in a team again. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a one-off. Maybe it's just a one-off thing. But it was a little too soon for me. Right away, it's like, damn, he's in a team again.
I think Josh is kind of like the odd man in the middle. They're setting up something for Brian Myers and You know, they're teasing stuff. They know they're a history. They've said a long time ago in the past when they both became free agents. One or both said in interviews they're going to just stay solo. They're not going to tag anywhere. So little teases like this, like, oh, are they going to? Oh no, maybe not.
Okay, all right. The Cardona wins, but is this his finisher? Radio Silence? Is that the name of his finisher? I had that written down here.
Indeed, Radio Silence.
Radio Silence. Kyle is a radio guy. You have to love that.
No silence for me, though. I'm listening to the radio all day. Definitely not listening to that Backstage Boys podcast, though.
Hey, special guest Jaybone yesterday, huh?
Jaybone. Oh, you guys are really, that'll put butts in seats.
Hey, listen, we got to hear the story of the bone. The episode was titled "Know the Bone." It was great.
Know the bone.
Oh boy.
Sounds like a horrible after-school special.
Yeah, it really
Know
is.
the bone.
Know the bone. Cardona pins Fulton on here, so I'm a little, again, Josh being team, but then Ace and Fulton getting the loss here was a little like, damn. So I really hope this doesn't take any momentum away from those two. They didn't focus on it too much. They kind of went right, just kind of let the match fade out a little bit. So I don't know, Bill, you got any? I know you were ordering the T-shirt.
I just ordered it. It is.
He ordered it live on
TNI.
Oh, does that mean we're gonna get a phone call?
Like right away? Is that how that happens?
I don't know if it's that instant.
That'd be awesome.
What if Bill gets the phone call and he takes it here on the show? Could he sue us or anything? Possibly? We're sneaking one. Is that okay?
Is it a second party state?
You're not supposed to record people and broadcast them without their consent. I don't know.
But if he orders it and it's part of the deal, and he happens to pick it up on speakerphone, I think we get benefits. Bill, can you find out while we're on the show here?
Well, if I get a Strong Island area code, I pick it up. I'll be like, I may be on the air live.
All right, deal. You got like a half 40 minutes, Cardona, call us. So, all right, cool. Very nice. So, guys, you guys can order it. You guys like a half hour-ish to get that order in, and you can get a call from Cardona. So
yeah, but I think I answered the question by obviously buying his shirt live on the show here that I wanted to stick around.
Yes.
I've said from the get-go, from Slammiversary, I think he just adds a lot to you can't discount, just like with Tenille, the socials, but I think he has the in-ring ability. Like, we were doing the watch-along, and you look at the look, there were times, and he knows how to work the camera, which not enough people get credit for. When he's facing the camera, he looks like a monster. Like, he looked bigger than Fulton when he was facing the camera at certain angles. But then at the end, when he was right next to Josh, it's like, okay, yeah, they're about the same size. But he has a way of moving in the ring, and it's like, that guy looks like he's 7 feet tall.
That's one of those things where you get up north. I will always give them credit for this. I mean, they literally have training sessions on how the guys walk out and stand in the ring and pose and look at the hard cam. That's just one of those training things from up north. I mean, Jay, you report on their stuff all the time. Like,
you know what they say, Trent. If you play with action figures enough, you might start to look like one at one point.
It's true. It's true. My mom told me you're gonna. But she used to say it with cartoons. You watch so many cartoons. One of these days, you're gonna turn into a cartoon. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? But she threatened me with it a lot.
and now we have it on our merch. We're all cartoons. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, that's true. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it?
Except I look like Sarah Palin on the shirt.
We need to redo it. It's your Susan persona.
It's my Susan personality.
That's awesome. That's how good.
I just got a little scared of Alicia.
So go Susan on you.
Lady Satan. That's right. I coined that one. Lady.
No inappropriate touching.
None. Oh my God. I died laughing at Susan tonight when she said that shit. All right, cool. We'll get the Twitch flashback was Matt Hardy's return on RVD at Genesis 2011. So there was a little time for Matt Hardy.
And a little tease to possibly RVD later in the night.
Which Uncle Mark sent me a text saying, "Oh, it's RVD, dude. It's gonna be RVD." I'm like, no, and he's like, yeah, it is. It's RVD. I'm like, no.
Matt,
don't listen to him, Trent. He's delusional and loopy over the Taya thing. It's gonna be a rough couple months for him. His life was dedicated to Taya Valkyrie, right? This is gonna be rough for him. This is gonna be like Jaybone the third. Like Jaybone, like the third time Rat broke up all over again. It's gonna be a tough couple of months.
Hey, Jaybone, they're getting back together, by the way. Did you hear the big news? Rack got back together officially for a tour coming up this year.
It's not wait, it's what?
It is. Relax, take it easy.
I think the jukebox is getting ready.
It really is, though. Take it easy.
Don't. He'll put the bandana on and start rocking out right here. Don't. It's like Cornholio. Don't provoke him.
You weren't wearing the bandana. You should have worn the swinger bandana today.
I'm having heart palpitations. What did I miss?
You were supposed to be wearing the bandana today.
We're trying to represent the knockouts because of our guests. So it's.
Oh, I see.
Bro, Jaybone, listen to me, man to man, bro. We got the Brian Alvarez thing going on. What's going on over there with the headphones, bro? What's going on there with the thing?
Jeez.
Jaybone, talk to me.
Talk to me, Jaybone.
If it's that big a deal, I'll put one on.
Put one on.
It's
now I want to get everybody's thoughts on this one. Rohit is shown talking to a mystery man or woman, and he's talking about he's going to get some backup, some help, somebody to be in his corner, a muscle, and we don't know who it is. We don't know who it is. He's saying, "Come on, you be in my corner, back me up." Where I go against TJ. Who do we just see the shoulder? We had no indication who this is.
He does see there is a line that gets used during this.
What did he say? I didn't catch. He
says about being sky high.
Oh, okay.
No.
So I think we can all determine who this is now, I guess. I mean, is it Kiera? Are we thinking of Kiera? Is that what we're leaning to? His finisher's sky high, right?
It is. That or D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, I was thinking D'Lo Brown. It's got to be D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo has a new career in color commentary. He's not going to give up that health plan, the cushy office job he's got to go stand in Rohit's corner. But
it's definitely not Shearer, Trent. Shearer's not wrestling until he gets his money back from Odark from 4 years ago.
Is it Odark? Because he's also owes money?
Owes my money. Owes my money.
Is he Odark, or should I say owes my money?
Well, it makes sense because they were with the JC Hit Squad, right? So
there's that connection,
and he's back, so it's kind
of.
It does
he
make
was at
sense.
OVW. Daniel Spencer in the chat might be able to give us some feedback on the OVW stuff.
My only issue is it a step back for Rohit to go back into a JC Hit Squad type thing?
I don't think it would be like that this time, though. I feel like we'd have a little bit of an Ace and Fulton kind of thing, where he's more like the bodyguard as opposed to teammate. You know what I mean?
Okay, if it's that and they can play it off right, it can work. It can work. So I guess, is it next week a reveal, or what are we thinking here?
Yes, I think Stryker, he infers that we'll find out the answer by the end of the show. He says that kind of next week.
Okay. All right. Well, fair. Yeah, Alicia, good point. I mean, that could be it. I hope, and he doesn't have to do much. Just got to be a muscle.
Well, speaking of the muscle, or like a bodyguard type, it didn't come up with Kiera, but do you know who her trainer was?
I was going to ask her. I meant to ask her who she trained with, but I didn't get to ask her. Who was
it? Trent, you know you got to look at Wikipedia every time a guest comes on. Mr. Hughes. It's Mr. Hughes.
One of my favorite bodyguard characters.
WWF, WCW, ECW, legendary Mr. Hughes. Trent, stop reading Wikipedia before the guests come on. You got to pretend you know this stuff.
It was great.
Mr. Hughes trained her, huh? Interesting. Really cool. I didn't know that. Well, Kyle, I do the thing like
look at K-Lon doing his homework.
I do like Stern. I just talk to him, man. I just wing it, man.
You're just a vibe, Trent. You're just a vibe machine.
It's just a vibe machine. Mr. Hughes, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So we'll see who this ends up being. I mean, all signs are pointing to Shira. We don't know. Tony Khan and Tony Schiavone.
I'll tune in. I'll check it out.
Oh, the bathroom break.
This was long as shit this week.
Yeah, this may have been the most annoying of them all.
I didn't hear a lick of it.
Well,
I could file an injunction.
Yeah, sorry, Tony Khan, but he seemed like he was like oddly off or something. What was going on with him in this one?
No, you know what it is. He's starting to get a little comfortable in the impact zone, if you will.
A little bit. I don't even know.
He's starting to develop, dare I say, a bit of a billionaire ego.
Yeah,
starting.
Yeah, I think he's had it.
When he started out, it was pretty humble. It was like, "Hi guys, I'm here. I'm talking with Schiavone. Blah 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 blah." But he's getting way too comfortable. I mean, he's really like, it's like, hey, he's moved in. He's got the cot in the corner. He's going to be front row with his little stupid little Trekkie book. And, you know.
But I don't know. Like, this one was just long, though, man. I was like, this is like taking forever. They ran down tomorrow's card, which I get. That's what they're doing. But shit, it took forever.
It's a good card.
But you know, though, this is not for no reason. He would not be coming. If there was nothing planned in the future, it would just be a quick commercial. There's all this personality in that, Trent. You're seeing egos come into play. Something is going to happen down the line.
We might get a Scott D'Amore match.
Prepare for war. That's all I'm saying. Prepare for war.
Someone did mention, like, is the new Impact tracksuits, like, are going to beat our uniform when we invade?
Yeah. Ooh,
Someone
I
in
like
the comments mentioned that. Sorry, I don't remember who.
Bill, you got any word on those tracksuits? I know you're the merchandise king. I really like one of those. You got any word on those yet?
I heard people in the chat, like Kev and Basil and everybody, and I'm sure
Basil got
the same
one,
thing.
which pisses me off.
That's only for them. But
hey,
there's always a guy. We all can find a guy that could make some replicas.
Now, what's going on with this Impact eBay page? What's up with this Impact eBay page that you guys keep posting? When Impact is putting things up for auction? Tell us about this.
Someone would have to. They did. I may or may not have a package from them. I haven't even opened yet, but that's where I got Scott D'Amore's suit jacket somewhere around here.
At Bill's merchtable.com right here. No, but forget having the replica. Ingrid's in the chat right now. Ingrid, if we send you our sizes, can we get a tracksuit mailed to each one of us?
Oh, don't.
Look at that, Scott.
She's gonna send you one too small on purpose, Trent, just so you come on the show looking like a moron.
Just send me a bag of garbage. Like this is all you deserve. All right, cool. Yeah, the eBay page, Kyle. It's a bunch of collectibles on that Impact Zone, like ring used stuff that's on their eBay page. The old school auction page they used to have, similar to that.
Good your answer. Ingrid says no. Well,
she said no.
But that's the thing. I would wear that, although I'll wear my normal. But I will go infiltrate the enemy down there, and I would go with the tracksuit. I'll go anything. I'm going only Impact only.
I'm just hot. Basil's got one, and I don't. I know he takes pictures. I know he technically works there. I'm just hot that he has one. And he rubbed it in. He sent me photos of look at this.
Shouldn't have gotten pictures with wrestlers on your first day at the job, Trent.
I know.
And then maybe you would have a chance.
Maybe I would have one.
Trent, you know what to do. You hang out with him in real life. Just steal it from him. When he turns his back, takes a shower or something, just take it. You don't know what happened to it.
That's true. Hey, Basil, what happened to your tracksuit? Kayfabe, daddy. All right. Next match over here, guys. Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. Myers kind of on a streak right now. A little bit of a different. He's finally getting some traction. This was an interesting match. This was what was interesting about him more so was Eddie kind of went a little dark side here. Jaybone, when you get pissed off at Kyle, you kind of act like how Eddie did in this one. He was biting Myers' eye and.
Oh, he did bite him. I missed that one part.
Yeah. Like
he did, but yeah, Brian was a little banged up from the last match that he was in.
Yeah.
With Josh, and just Eddie flipped again. I don't know what's going on. We thought maybe Eddie Edwards was going back to his wrestling roots as opposed to like a la hardcore, crazy man. And he did the whole eye gouge thing, dug his finger into that wound right above his eye.
Yeah.
And then bit him to the point that it was busted open and Eddie Edwards oh, sorry, Alicia. I just plug your ears for 2 seconds. I'm going to get graphic. And then he had blood all over his mouth, and it was like a kiss concert. It was horrible.
Wow, that's pretty descriptive, Jaybone. Very nice. I like that. Take it easy, Jay. Take it easy, Jaybone. No, it's interesting. I mean, like Eddie going a little dark. Like he stepped away. He's got blood in his mouth. Like he just ate a person and shit. So
Vampire Edwards.
It was. So are we getting
not the first time? Broken Matt ripped a fan over the other side of the guardrail and ate somebody on Impact TV.
That's right.
Got to keep these things documented.
We need to make a list. I'm sure Hakeem can do this. We can make a list of all the deaths that have occurred in Impact? Like all the people who have died?
Impact has been pretty wonky throughout its history, Trent. They've had its ups and downs, but I got to say, in the past couple of years, we've seen a lot of murder, Trent. Seen a lot of death, a lot of blood.
A lot of people have been murdered on Impact Wrestling, including a fan who got eaten. So, Hakeem, if you're listening, you're in the room. I'd like that to be your next article. Top 10 murders in Impact Wrestling.
That's what we want, Hakeem. We'll give you a whole special to come on here. You could come on the show and name them all down live here on the show.
There you go.
My life will be complete if I get the bucket list zombie apocalypse on my favorite wrestling show. Make it happen.
We go backstage.
People just start turning and biting each other.
That would be a great movie, though. If it takes place, Impact is filming in Nashville, and then there's a zombie apocalypse, and it's just the wrestlers inside, and those are the survivors. Out of the Impact roster, who do you think would survive the zombie apocalypse? Name one. Who could get through all those people?
Joe Doering.
No, Sami Callihan, because he is a zombie himself. That's why.
I was going to say, Crazy Steve. You can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference between him and the zombies. He would blend in right with them.
Yeah.
Like get a load of these humans, huh? Am I right?
I think Alicia would be the survivor.
She can adapt to anything, as we'll talk about later in this show.
We will.
Oh God.
Fire and Flava. I'm sorry. The Fire and Flava festival is being some little last minute changes to it. So Kiera and Tasha are backstage making a couple of tweaks. Talking about they're a little frustrated, but they're gonna continue on. So we get a little video of them, a little video of Matt Hardy and Private Party having a little chat about putting a bonus out if Private Party can get the AEW and Impact Tag Team Championships. So a little. Just kind of growing them. So Jay, I mean, you're the AEW guy. You watch them regularly. Wow. What are you thinking about this? Can we see dual champions? Maybe this possible?
Oh man, it's like, hey, well, look at what's happened so far, man. I mean, we had Kenny Omega headline an Impact Wrestling pay-per-view and defeat our champion, for crying out loud. Look, anything's possible at this point. It's just who wants it more.
Who's their tag team champions down there?
The Young Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks. Okay, got it. Okay, hey, listen,
Trent.
Well, the Young Bucks are tagging with the Good Brothers Wednesday night against the Dark Order, and that relationship has not been too good lately. If you're watching BTE, so yep, I'll be covering all that. It's going to be a crazy one.
All right, cool. Speaking of crazy. Tenille with Kaleb with a K taking on Rosemary with Crazy Steve next. This is a little knockouts action. I mean, obviously Rosemary. So Decay is back officially. Decay is back. I know
two-thirds of Decay, Trent. 2/3 of Decay. Not the full Decay.
They're calling it. Do we get okay? How about this? Do we get a third member of Decay?
Yes.
We do get it rounded out. Do we get it? We get the Abyss spot.
I want my pizzles back.
Can you imagine?
No.
Swinger?
No. But it can't be a replacement for Abyss, Trent. It's got to be something new. We got to breathe some new life. You can't, because those are shoes that can never be filled. One of the greatest Impact stars of all time, Abyss. It's got to be somebody new. Somebody. I'd like to hear in the chat, if Decay were to add a third member, who would you like to see, judging by the current roster?
Good call. Good question. Speaking of Abyss, I do love that. I think, and Bill, you told me something. Brian Myers' mask that he wears is influenced by Abyss that he came out.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of influenced the mask, even a little bit of his get up. I think he was even doing some denim early. I don't think he did it tonight though, but he's definitely got a throwback to the monster.
That's cool, man. That's super cool.
Hey, now that Brian Myers is bitten, is Decay gonna go after him?
Once bitten, twice shy. The most professional Brian Myers monster. I don't know. I don't think he'd work in there. You need somebody.
I think he's got something brewing with Cardona.
Yeah,
could be.
True. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying because Rosemary can smell the virgin blood, but I got a feeling that Brian Myers ain't a virgin.
Well, he's got kids. He's got kids.
I would hope not. Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
He's drinking over there, Jaybone.
I don't assume these guys' lives nothing, No.
Imagine who booked this.
Actually, on that note, I'd rather play this one.
That's not how you handle your business. Calm down. Don't do this.
That's a little better, Jim. This was cool. I feel like Rosemary brought a really good match out of Tenille. I think they had good chemistry. There was some good interference on the outside. This had a lot going on. It was a busy match. And I did like that Kaleb actually was putting up pictures he was taking of Rosemary. He put them up on social media today.
Well, Susan would tell him if you didn't do it right.
That's true. Susan has been ridiculous on Twitter, by the way. She has been unbelievably very Karen level 5 on Twitter lately, but it's amazing.
Jaybone got some splaining to do.
Yeah, Jaybone. What's wrong with you, Jaybone? What's going on with you today, man? What has happened to you?
I'm not questioning anybody's personal sexual behavior.
It's just Rosemary's preference.
Behind the curtain. That's all.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Yo, her face in that picture kills me. Oh God.
Which one's Jay? Quite possibly the greatest storyline in Impact Wrestling history. The only bad part of it is that Johnny Bravo survived. That was the only bad part.
Well, I want to tell you, that was her biggest regret, right? That he didn't die. Which I still think one of the best lines in Impact ever. My only regret is that you didn't die. I was like, shit.
We should get that as a soundbite. That's a nice one to throw around.
Actually, Kyle, that's last week's episode. That's a soundbite. Pull that one up. My only regret is that you didn't die. Awesome. We can play that. You could.
You said that to me multiple times, Trent.
A lot, actually. I said that to you quite a bit. You could sound by me saying it to you from various episodes. We can do that too. All right. Anyway.
During a pandemic, that's a little dark, guys.
What is Zach Barber saying? She don't eat meat, but she likes the bone. What the hell are we even talking about?
Don't pay any attention to that animal, Trent.
We're gonna.
Jesus.
Leave him alone. He'll get tuckered out like a puppy. He'll lay down. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Unbelievable.
The two music guys.
Oh, you mean the Robert Palmer girls?
That's right. We did the Robert Palmer girls. Yeah. We'll get to that. We're about to get to that in just a second. Rosemary.
We'll talk about that soon.
Yep. Rosemary counters Tenille in the center with the what is she? The as above, so below. Is that what she's calling it? As above, so below.
Little witchy term there.
Nice, I like it. I never knew they were like. When did they start calling? When did she start using that for the finisher term? I never knew she had an actual name for it before. But
critical.
That's critical sting. Where are you at, man?
Critical, tuning critical.
Yes, Pager critical sting. First time she used that. The term was used. Please, we need the date, please. Thank you. But she won. She beats Tenille. Good match. I did like this one a lot. This had a lot of fun. Just a lot of shit going on. Just a lot of stuff to watch, which I like.
A lot of psychology. They brought out the weapons, and I'm using my quote fingers for weapons for the people listening audibly. It's a loaded big fanny pack.
Yeah, there was all sorts of stuff here, man. There was just a lot.
That was
to
all
watch.
time. The camera bag spot it's going to go down in infamy. That spot.
It is. It definitely is. But our pal Daniel Spencer was a referee in that match, I believe. He was. I did see the arm sleeve.
Missed that.
No, I missed that. What did I miss?
No. He missed that. He missed that.
He missed it. Yeah.
He would have been called for the DQ.
Yeah, what the hell, Daniel Spencer? Where were you at on this one? Unbelievable. Look,
but she didn't get the win. She didn't get the win.
Critical sting is spoken. Oh, now you need my assistance for something I don't know. Legit, I've never heard the name for her finisher.
Get to work, Critical. Get to work and get us a date. We need
even Ingrid was shocked. Even Ingrid was shocked.
I swear to God, this guy pulls out trivia with like specific dates. It's unbelievable.
What's weird, Trent, is I didn't see him in the comments at all. You said his name and he appeared out the woodwork.
It's like the bat signal, dude. You know, it's like he sees, I'm needed. Just somebody say critical, and he just shoots into fucking action. You're like, all right, somebody needs trivia answer.
That ringing in his ear.
I'm telling you, man, it's great. We get a shot of Larry D and AC Romero. AC's happy. He's like, hey, you're out of jail. You're happy. Larry's not happy. He's pissed off about being framed. You know,
he should be in jail. Yes.
I like the yes at the end of that. Yes. Crazy Steve and Rosemary make their way after their match. They kind of poke fun at Larry. Larry declocks Steve. They start brawling a little bit. So this feud is on. This is it. Decay and Triple XL for sure. This was a long time coming here. God damn it. So we'll see what happens with this. But it was Larry D's birthday. I want to say yesterday, right? Bill, was that yesterday? Yeah. Happy birthday, Larry D. We're gonna get Larry D on the show one of these days too. It'd be cool to have
Larry or Lawrence though.
Lawrence. He's got to be in Lawrence.
Gotta hit him with that ring rust.
That's right. All right, here we go, guys. Fire and Flava Festival with our pal Kiera Hogan. So Johnny, they that's so funny. They walk backstage. Kiera and Tasha walk back. They see Swinger, who's holding on to the wad of cash that's been getting exchanged for all this time. Swinger, Fala, hanging out. The ladies. Swinger invites the Robert Palmer girls, right?
Robert Palmer girls. Simply irresistible.
It was awesome.
Of course, that's who hangs out with Swingman.
It's true.
The Swingerettes.
The Swingerettes. He brings them in. The party's on. I mean, did you guys see? I'm trying to remember if it was in this segment or the later one when they're actually showing like the gambling going on. Was it in this scene or was it the next scene? Bill, do you remember?
The next one.
Next one. Okay. God. All right. So there's something I really want to point out about that scene. So like we'll get to it.
We'll talk about that painting.
The painting. That's what I'm going to get to. We're going to talk about the painting. Deanna, Kimber, and Susan celebrate their unladylike ending to last week's match. You know, they're really happy about getting one over last week. Jazz comes in, she's upset. Jordan comes in also with her. They're all pissed off. Susan jumps in, takes it upon herself to challenge Jordan. And there's a great line in here, a fantastic line when I think Jordan pokes her in the chest, and she's like, "Fine, you want a match?" And then what does she say, Bill?
She says, "I don't want to." It was like that's like inappropriate touching, or I don't want to be touched that way.
Why did she touch me inappropriately?
Inappropriate. Yeah.
We need Susan sound bites in here too.
And I knew as soon as she went there, that's what she was going to go. With. I'm like, yes, Susan comes through.
The brilliance of Susan. I mean, I'm talking. Let's drop for a second character. She is an incredible performer. Can we just put this out there? Like the fact that she has played 3 distinct, different characters on Impact Wrestling, and amazingly, and she's like so good at what she does. Like if you watch her like intricacies, like her facial expressions during Susan are like they're hilarious. Like I'm laughing at her facial expressions. Like she legit is a Karen.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
It's Emmy worthy.
It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, man.
You know, as much as I like Susan, though, I'd like to see the governor. Might have been Daphne, looked like Daphne, but it wasn't Daphne. I'd like to see the governor come back and her and Susan have a war. That's the war of the Karens right there. Throw Ingrid in there and three-way
Karen battle.
Three-way Karen battle.
God, I miss Daphne so much.
Daphne just broke her ankle the other day.
I know. I saw that. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. Poor girl.
Shout out to Daphne. Feel better. Former knockout for sure. Yeah, she broke her ankle. It sucks. No, Susan, awesome performer. I just love the Susan character. There is a special, which I don't collect too many of the 8x10 autographs as much anymore. This one's like cool one. It's so cool. Set it up, Bill. Set it up. This one's so cool.
Yeah, this is on I believe, just the eBay Impact Wrestling store, which has having all kinds of cool new merch on there.
Mm-hmm.
But this one of the 8x10s I have on there, first time ever. There wasn't a 2-person one before. Now there's a 3 though. It is Sue Young, Susie, and Susan.
Genius.
All on an 8x10. All 3 of them there. All 3 signed it.
All 3 have signed
How they
it.
got them all in the room at the same time? Amazing.
Whoa.
We hear they don't get along, but they did for these photos. It was
crazy.
Somehow Basil got them all together, and then they got it. The good doctor got them all to sign it, I guess. But it was. Oof.
We might have to have Basil on again and ask him for a little behind the scenes of how did you?
Yeah, Jaybone. I'm going to get you
3?
the picture of this 8x10. It's worthy that we have to show it because it
is really cool.
There you go.
So the next segment is the Fire and Flava Festival. But you know what? I gotta say, I think the last segment, the backstage one, was the one where we saw because when the Swingerettes came, and that's where we got to see the painting and everything, Bill. Because I think it's because now we go to the in-ring segment here after this. So I think it must have been.
I think it was in that one because it's like the swinger set in there.
The swinger's there. Bravo's gambling with Fala. Bravo's taking Fala's last chip. I mean, Fala's down to no money. Swinger is there, and behind Johnny Swinger is a painting of Swinger riding a horse. You guys see this?
I didn't see it, but I saw Ingrid mentioned it on Twitter.
It was
God.
It was gloriously horrible.
I just like Don and Kenny have that shirt and artwork. They should put this out immediately.
It reminded me of the painting that Paulie Walnuts gives Tony Soprano when it's him and the horse and he gets it redone. That's what it reminded me of.
It also reminds there's a picture of like Patrick Swayze that goes around like for like memes of like Swayze shirtless on a horse, and it's always like used for me. It's exactly what this was. Jay, if you can find this anywhere on like the Impact Twitter, maybe in a clip or something, it is worth putting out. But it is.
Bill would fucking kill somebody for that painting. Are you kidding me?
They gotta sell prints. They gotta sell prints of that painting. Like that's the cheesy kind of thing you have in your house that your mom comes over. She's like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what is this? Like, you live alone? Like, what is this?"
I could see Trent having something like that in his house, like a painting of himself, just a big old Trent painting above his fight. You would be the type of person to have.
I absolutely would. I would have something stupid like that in my house. I think there's something like I've heard stories like Vince McMahon has some crazy thing like that where it's like him wrestling a dinosaur in his house, like a big paint of him like on a mountaintop wrestling a dinosaur or something. That's something wacky that he's got in his house, which is not surprising. But all right, so the Fire Flava
no comment, Trent. I don't want to be found dead in the morning. I'm not saying anything about that guy.
we go to the ring for the festival. Everybody's in there partying. It starts. It begins. It's wacky. They ask their friends to get ready. Bravo's there. So we got Bravo, Kiera, Tasha, the Swingerettes are in there. Who else is that? Lish. Lish is the MC. She's rapping everybody in.
MC Lish.
She was funky fresh.
Funky.
Yeah. Don't do that ever again, Jay.
Jesus.
Brandon Toll is there. He's all pissed off. There's catering. There's styrofoam catering from Foreman's Catering in there. But I did not see. Was Fala out there? Where was Fala? Oh yeah,
no. Fala didn't have the money for a ticket.
They didn't let him.
No
he would have been the life of the party.
That's right, and that's why. But we do look over in the corner. We do see a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and Tasha's upset. She goes, "What? You know, how the hell did you get in here? This is bullshit. Like you're not supposed to be in here." And
I can't forget the security guides. Mimsy, I believe, was one of them.
Was Mimsy out there? Security? He was there, huh? So even before that, we got to see the amazing catering, which was just smelly bread and cheese with the wrapper still left on it. Bravo's like, this bread smells. They're like, what the hell is this? Like, I think Stryker on commentary goes, catering from Foreman's Catering. But so they see the Marshmallow Man sitting in the corner outside, and they think it's Fala. They're pissed off that Fala snuck into the party. And Tasha goes up to him, unmasks him, and it's not Fala. Alicia, it is Nevaeh. Nevaeh's laughing at her. She takes her out. Havok comes in, brawl all day long. So we got the setup for it's going to be Nevaeh it's Havok and Tasha next week, right? Havok, Tasha, correct. Okay. And basically, we're leading up towards a rematch between these two teams. So I'm psyched about it. It's a great feud. Both teams are awesome. We had Kiera. If you guys missed it, if anybody in the chat,
there was salad there.
There was salad too, and cheese with the wrapper on, which is probably Kraft cheese. And I have a affinity for Kraft. So
oh, shut up, Trent. Everybody knows the best kind of cheese is the easy cheese in the aerosol can.
Oh, it's the best.
Stays
very
good
healthy.
in the cabinet for like 7 years. Good stuff.
Very healthy for you.
Top of the line.
The honeymoon salad, lettuce by itself, lettuce alone, that's not really a salad, Trent. That's
the honeymoon salad.
I'm not even a vegan or vegetarian.
What did he just say?
I don't know.
I want my pizzles back.
Take him away from Jaybone.
Yeah, get out of here, Jaybone. The honeymoon salad. You don't win friends with salad, Jaybone.
Lettuce alone. It's a honeymoon salad.
Is that what it's called? But the
let us alone.
Oh, that's terrible. Bill, can you cut his mic, please? Something. And I'm being told in the chat that it wasn't even Kraft. It was even lower grade than Kraft cheese.
It's that government cheese.
Fuck. But terrible. But it's a play on. If you guys saw the Fire Festival documentary, there's 2 documentaries on the Fire Festival that were one's on Hulu, one's on Netflix, and it's like a disaster of a music festival. If you guys didn't see that,
oh yeah,
it's a play on this, and this was hilarious. It was great, well done. It's funny as shit. That's a disaster. The actual festival was a disaster. This was very funny and entertaining.
Oh, good catch, Trent. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, the fire part is in there. So
Yeah, it really was bread and cheese, right? For the most
it
part,
was
that's what
bread
it
and
was.
cheese. We go to the bar. Saban's there having a drink. Storm comes up. You know, the bartender goes, "Oh, the usual, Storm," and they talk and they're chilling. And then basically they decide right then and there they should go after the tag team championship. So beer guns is still like a thing, Bill, huh?
Yes.
Beer guns
This
still
might
going
be
here.
my underrated segment of the night.
Talk
Because
about it.
honestly, Chris Sabin throwing back whiskey, I never knew I needed that in my life, but I needed it in my life. It's like almost taking like a 21-year-old out for their first drink. It felt like it was like one of those moments. Like Chris Sabin's like, "Oh, this is what drinking's like." It was very interesting. You don't see Chris Sabin in that light. So hanging out with the cowboy, though, I can speak from experience.
You take a lot of
thing.
21-year-olds out for their first drink, don't you, Bill? Don't you?
So you settled down there.
Wait, Kyle, when was it? You remember your first drink as illegal? I mean, not illegal.
Yeah, I've been
legal.
drinking since I was 12. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but no, what was your first legal drink? You remember your first legal drink, Kyle? What was your first legal drink?
Probably an Old English. Hit it. Probably an Old English. Trent. Probably a 40. I think I went to 7-Eleven with the homies and
oh shit,
flashed the card.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I forgot it was Old English.
That's a live picture. Bill took me out that night. I went out with Uncle Bill.
Is that your 21st birthday? Is that what that's
Uncle
from?
Billy? Oh yeah, went out on the town.
That's funny. I love seeing Sabin like a grown ass Sabin where he's like, oh my god, I can't drink like this every day. My God.
Yeah,
Storm,
like that was
conservative.
great. Because like
But,
he's
like,
the veteran of the roster, and he's like, "Oh, I can't do that. What are you doing? All right,
It's funny because we're watching the throwbacks on Thursdays, the Asylum days, and Sabin's like a 21-year-old prick in that. Like he's literally a fucking prick, like this new cocky asshole, X Division champion.
Yeah, he is something else.
But he's like, he's married man, just kind of settled down, done his thing, and he's like, oh god, I don't know how you kids drink like that every day. My goodness, but. This could be interesting, though. Beer guns going after the tag belts. This could be a fun little mix-up. If this happens, this is interesting.
Yeah, I want more Sabin. I want more. I like Sabin promos. I'm a Sabin fan, and like when he was with the Guns, Shelly was doing a lot of the talking, and that's what Shelly does. That's fine. But that's kind of the when they're the Guns, it's Shelly talking more so than Sabin. This gives Sabin more of a voice, and I like to see that.
True.
But Trent, since Shelly can't wrestle right now, this would be the perfect time to do. Let's talk about this for a second.
Go ahead.
Here on the show, we put out that Paparazzi Productions tweet a while ago. That caught fire from Kevin Nash to Alex Shelley himself. All these people get in on it. I'm not going to say we should take credit for it, but it just so happens a few days later, Shop Impact put out a Paparazzi Productions t-shirt. Shelly can't wrestle right now. We had all that buzz, all that momentum for what, a t-shirt? It's time to bring back Paparazzi Productions. Time for the reboot. This is something they could use Alex Shelley for if he can't wrestle.
Yes, hey, I'm in. We did stir the campaign up to get that t-shirt back, and it is back, available on their Pro Wrestling Tee store.
Could you imagine Johnny Swinger in those type of skits, Trent?
Swinger in anything is a home run. We know this.
That's a reboot I'm shooting for. Not that Saved by the Bell show you've been watching, Trent. That's a reboot I'm shooting for. Paparazzi Productions 2021.
I want my pizzles back.
I've refused to watch that show. Has any of you guys watched that Saved by the Bell reboot? Because I haven't. Anybody in the chat? You guys watch the Saved by the Bell reboot?
You didn't watch it, Trent?
Hell, no, I can't.
You are the biggest Saved by the Bell fan of all time. That show is like a religion to you, Trent. You're the only person that's ever watched every episode of The New Class. How did you not watch the reboot?
I can't do it, man.
Hey, I did hear that Peacock is getting some wrestling soon for a pretty decent price.
So you're saying Saved by the Bell is the only thing worth
Save that for
$4.99.
Smash This podcast, all right? Get out of here.
Man, this is horrible.
Hey, there he is. I've been watching episodes of Roseanne on Peacock instead of the new Saved by the Bell.
I love Roseanne.
You know,
I love Roseanne.
You talk Roseanne. There's only one thing we can talk about, Trent.
What's that?
Loose meat sandwiches.
Loose meat.
Oh, we're doing that again.
Loose meat sandwiches.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Just look at this. You bring up Alex Shelley and our pal Ashley Rose there. Appears out of the woodwork. They're all coming out of the woodwork tonight, Trent. Ears start ringing.
God forbid we bring up Kenny Omega. The night's over. Then it's over.
I know you mentioned that painting of Kenny Omega and Don Callis,
That's
and
right.
her ears started ringing.
Hey, but
so now Ingrid's in the chat saying Trent isn't a real fan. Take his fanboy card. Ingrid's really, Trent. I haven't been here in a while, so let me take a second to just acknowledge this. Ingrid really hates you. She really does not like you.
No, I know it. This is a fact. I think she loathes me as a person, my existence. She wishes the worst for me to happen. And
Absolutely.
okay.
She's been dogging you this whole time. I'd say about 20 minutes ago, I saw in the comments when we brought up the tracksuit, she said Basil got one because he actually worked. That was a shot at you, Trent.
I got nothing. I got no play here, man. I'm never gonna win the battle against Ingrid. I've realized it. I'm never gonna win. I'm never gonna impress her to the point where she accepts me. I'm never gonna be accepted. I'm forever the broken. I'll always be the broken ball, never the ball breaker. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah, quite frankly, I'm jealous. It's my job to break your balls, Trent, and I see somebody else come out here and do it way better than me. I'm bothered, but you know what? Since I'm never on the show, someone's got to do it. So for that reason, I like what Ingrid does, Trent. I like what she does. She gives you stress. She keeps those gray hairs popping out.
The basic how what happened is the enemy of your enemy became your friend.
Just about.
Did the scumbag just give like a Shark Tank I'm out pitch right there?
He did. And for that reason, I'm out.
Reader comment.
What's the comment? Put the comment up. What's the latest?
Yeah,
K-Lon, I just tagging it out with. That's all it is.
They're tag team now.
That's what it is.
Hot tag.
That's right.
That's all right. So Ashley came on when she heard Easy Cheese. Wow, that's a random one.
Easy Cheese. I told you, Trent. People love Easy Cheese. It's that aerosol can.
It's in
I
my
only like
fridge right
Easy
now.
Cheese on one thing.
What's that? Crack.
A hot dog.
Hot dog.
What? What? Get out!
Oh, Bill, you talking the Twinkie Wiener sandwich circa UHF? One of those, Bill? You ever eat one of those?
He caught the reference. Look at that.
Come on, Trent. Come on.
I just low-key became offended by that. Cheese on a hot dog?
Oh, cheese dog.
I'm from Jersey. I live in Jersey. We don't play like that.
What's it in?
Only ketchup, Steve. And I hate to say it, you don't put a salad on a hot dog, Trent.
Well, in Chicago, it's a fucking
That's Chicago, yeah.
But no
Yeah, that's a travesty. Only ketchup's worst.
That even came up in my neck of the woods. There's a couple of Sammys around here, and they're Chicago style, and they put the whole kit and caboodle on it.
It's running it through the garden, and that's what it is.
You see this, Bill? Ashley Rose plans on getting a ticket next to Bill when we get live audiences again. Maybe a date. Maybe you guys could do like the dating game. Come back, give us the do one of those. Got to do more. What?
Skits.
Skits.
Skits. But no, in Chicago, no ketchup, which offends me. I work for Heinz. You know ketchup? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Put that soundbite. Come on.
Put that on everything.
Oh,
I love ketchup.
Hunt's is pretty good.
Oh, get out of here.
Come on, man.
Hey, topical soundbite.
I like this critical sting. Hot dog salad.
That's what Chicago hot dogs are. They're a salad. It's nuts. It's impossible to eat them too. But I think one they do in Michigan. They call them Coney Island dogs in Michigan, right? Or I think they're Coney Island dogs.
They don't put cheese on there. Like no. Come on, man.
No, just chili.
No, chili, onion, mustard.
That's what it's. Right. They're wild. I went to a wedding in Michigan, and like we had the dinner, there was like the dance, and everybody hung out, and then like at midnight, they brought out like a big fucking like hot dog cart, and everybody had hot dogs at midnight, and I'm like, they're like, it's a thing in Michigan. I'm like, no shit, really?
What?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They have hot dogs at like midnight at a wedding. It was fucking amazing. I was like, wow, this is cool. Like chili dogs at night, really cool. More weddings in Michigan. I'm gonna
you're a glizzy gladiator, Trent. That's what the kids say. Glizzies. Hot dogs are glizzies, Trent. That's what the kids say. That's what they say. That you're a glizzy gladiator, aren't you?
Interesting.
Or a Frankfurter.
All right, Kiera and Tasha backstage pissed about what happened. Bit mad at Havok and Nevaeh. So again, next week it's Havok and Tasha one-on-one, kind of leading up to building the feud a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Joe Doering with Violent by Design. Eric Young and Dean are taking on cousin Jake in a one-on-one. This was cool. Joe Doering was mean mugging the shit out of the camera the whole time. The
Sure
whole
was.
time.
And I was there for it.
I loved it, man. He was good. I liked it. He's grown on me more and more every week. Super cool. Just a mean dude. I actually hope he never talks. Like the mystery is him never talking to me. I like it.
He did say a new word.
Yeah, what did he say?
Like I said, he really threw me off with this match. Instead of a ooh, he came out with a yeah.
He did say yeah. We know he at least knows the word yeah.
It's his the vocabulary is expanding with Big Joe.
He basically they take. I mean, he took out Jake. It was a nice, just a hoss fight. Bad, big dudes pounding each other, and Jake kind of tweaked his ankle at one point. We're going for that crazy dive that he does. Like he does like a full on, just over the top.
Yeah, he's
dive.
but he went like Superman into a brick wall.
Yeah.
Named Joe Doering.
He came down like a ton of bricks, man, right on his ankle. Doering took advantage of that, hits the clothesline, gets the win on Jake. So I mean, the destruct. I did catch a couple teases though by Stryker during the commentary in this.
Oh yeah.
He was like, who does he even know who he is anymore? Jake's trying to find himself again, and it was kind of like, oh man, they're really playing up this like he's just a lost guy. Like he's like, what's the name? Jake Diener. What does his name even mean? So I mean, this could be leading towards what we've been speculating about Jake kind of going back into shifting the character a little bit, which we hope. The Jake something character.
Get to the end of the match, and it's
talk
there.
about it. Go ahead, set it up.
Oh well, we it ends obviously with a lariat from Doering land, and it's practically took his head off. He gets the 3 count. Then it sets up like how they took out Rhino last week. They like Eric Young puts the chair out. You get visions of the Sarge, his leg being ripped off. Pillmanize him. You get the second week of a Pillmanize reference. Mm-hmm. But then we get a stop. UI stops it.
Yep.
And they throw the towel. Also available on the eBay store of Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, the Bound by Design towels. Yeah.
Yes.
Fine.
Very, very cool towel. Drops it on.
You could use that to clean up your chili cheese dog droppings.
There you go. Tie it right in. There you go. But yeah, the towels. I think these very towels from this taping were the ones on the eBay store, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah, but go ahead.
And it's dropped on Jake, and even Stryker's like, "Oh, is that an invitation?" So, and I told you from the celebration, Eric Young was asked, "Is there going to be more members of this group?" He said, "There will be more." So I think we're getting maybe first. Will Jake take that? It would seem to behoove him to take this. Just Jake.
It could happen, man. It could happen.
He wants to be. He misses that unity with his cousin Diener. And is this going to be the only way he can get that back? Will he join Violent by Design?
We'll see. By the way,
We'll have to see.
Yeah. The food convo in the chat is off the chain right now. I'm hungry.
Well, yeah, they're talking my language here. They're talking cheese.
You know what? You guys have finally brainwashed the audience because for a while they'd get mad when we went off the rails. Then they've drank the Kool-Aid around here for so long. Now when you guys go off the rails, they go with you.
Yeah.
They go with you.
Remember Kyle back they used to get mad at us. Can we get back on the review? You guys fucking suck. Finish the goddamn show.
Well, you know what, Trent? When we first started the show, there was no live chat. It was us taking comments. It was our mailbag of the show. Now we give these people a platform, and this is going to be a Frankenstein effect, Trent. They're all going to turn on you. All of them. All of them.
Look how many of them have already, for God's sake.
That's right.
All they do is turn on me. Every week I got to put up with this. I don't know why I keep doing this damn show. I'll do this.
Right.
Trent's marriage jokes. Trent's an asshole. He can't get hired at this.
Seriously, Trent. Guy can't get through a show. Larry King's rolling over in his grave right now, Trent. You can't get through a show.
All I'm trying to do is be a good anchor here, and just trying to do a good show. They just cut me down, Bill. I can't get a break.
Yeah. Bringing up your marriage, real personal, Trent.
Long.
Real personal.
Jiminy Christmas.
Oh my God! Shit. Kyle, you don't even get a quarter of the shit I do. Unbelievable. You barely show up.
I've laid the blueprint for that, Trent. That was always my dream. You were going to get destroyed in the process of this show.
This was a setup from the beginning.
All just a setup to ruin your life, Trent. It's like everything else that goes on in your life.
All right. Anyway, in the words of Ingrid. Anyways, here's the main event. Let's set it up here, guys. Moose, Sami Callihan, Ken Shamrock, and Chris Bay taking on Rich Swann, Willie Mack, Tommy Dreamer, and a surprise return with a new hairstyle. Nobody saw it coming.
New gear,
new everything. Just new.
Neutron. New last name, which is vaguely referenced in the past, but pretty much not.
True.
It was part of the gimmick. So a return, but almost as new.
Like a reset button.
Yeah.
Trey Miguel back in Impact Wrestling. No Rascal. Now he's on a Rascal.
What?
Dez and Wentz are gone. We know where they're at.
What the fuck? How?
Go ahead.
How? That is the one thing, Trey. Nobody's seen that coming. Nobody could guess that. Anybody they could have. I said Shark Boy. Anybody could have walked down that curtain, man. And it had. How? We thought he was working in the Mick Illuminati up there in Stamford, Connecticut. That's what we thought. We didn't think him coming back to Impact Wrestling was gone. It was done. It was in the past. So now he's here. Is he here to stay? Was this? I don't believe it, Trent. I feel like I really just feel like
this is the good stuff.
Dude, it's shocking.
Treehouse, Trent.
Maybe not though. I wouldn't count on the treehouse.
All the people in the treehouses all across the world, Trent, they were happy tonight. You know, Mark needed this. He was heartbroken when the Rascals left. Real heartbroken, destroyed, devastated with the recent tie news. But the Impact fans were happy tonight. You know, we lost some, but then we gained some.
I want to know in the chat. I want you guys, while we're talking about sound off, what's your feeling on this? Are you happy Trey's back? What do you think? Are you excited about the new look? What do you want him to do? I mean, what do you feel? So, I mean, right off the bat, crazy though. I mean, what do you think of the new look, Alicia? He's got a whole new look. He's blonde. Trey Miguel's blonde now. It's crazy.
I've seen him blonde. I feel like in the past on the Indies.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he used to be.
He's
like Combat Zone days. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But as shocking as this was, I mean, Trey is home. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this isn't like a one-off thing. But I don't know. What a surprise.
Well, Scott Demore put on Twitter, "Welcome home." That tells me he's sticking around. I mean,
That's awesome.
I hope it is. It really is kind of playing with the emotions because the send off was very emotional.
It was
for all three of them, you know. But I'm gonna be a little shooty for just a second. You know, for a certain guy in another company that maybe was inferring to someone that didn't have any passion. I'd say he came back tonight with it is an actual official metric unit, a crap ton of passion right there, Triple, huh?
What is it? Trey didn't have any passion? They were talking. Did he say that?
Jaybone lives in the dirt sheets, Trey.
Oh, wait, yes.
He doesn't miss anything.
Go ahead, Alicia. You're gonna break it down.
Well, I was gonna kind of vouch for that. I'm pretty sure I saw that around. I don't know if it was an interview or a dirt sheet.
Yeah, it was an interview. There was a Triple H media call where that came up. Someone asked him about it.
So it's legit.
To him.
Oh, he was very cryptic about it, though. Yeah, it was very subliminal.
He was tongue in cheek about it, but it wasn't good. We were not fans of that comment.
Well, listen, Trey came back, and he's going right back in the position he should have been in before he left, and that's in the running for the title.
That's awesome, man. Listen, he's one of the good ones too. If you guys have ever met Trey, he's a good dude. He's a nice guy, man, and works his ass off. And if they said he didn't have any passion, that guy lives and dies for this. Like this is his life, and for him. You see the passion when he came out today. Good for him. You know, if he's here, if he's home, fuck yeah, that's all. It's a great reset button. Start it all over. Start the process.
He's better off with us anyway. We know how to treat our wrestlers. Thanks.
Damn right.
This is going to be refreshing for him. I mean, without his boys, I don't see him going in the treehouse alone, honestly. I know a lot of the people are clamoring for it. They want to see him back in the treehouse. But I think this is an opportunity to do something completely different with him, present him in a more serious way, challenge him, and I mean, it's Trey. Come on, it's Trey. Is he Trey Miguel or is he just Trey?
Trey Miguel.
Okay.
It's Trey Miguel.
Yep.
Sometimes I see him presented as just Trey.
it's a full name.
In the treehouse.
There's an essence of more maturity here. You know, he's not just a goofball. You know, not that he won't do that once in a while. I think he's got that in him still, but he came back tonight with a focus, an edge to him, if you will. Like I said, passion through the roof. And
kid's got heart.
Hey, he headlined Slammiversary. That was a key right there, that he belongs in the spotlight.
That's one thing that gets overlooked. Him and Ace were in the main event of Slammiversary.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal, man. And it always bummed me out that he never got to play the momentum off of that. But this is a great reset button, man. And he's home. This is. He told me, he was even telling me, like, he was, he loved, like, he was so emotional by the send off, like, because I saw him at AAW very soon after, like a couple weeks after that, like actually the next week after the Bound for Glory tapings, and he was telling me, he's like, dude, it stuck with me, man. Like, that's my home, that's my family, and he was there. It's like, it means a lot to him, and I'm sure, like, you're gonna see a whole new level of Trey Miguel coming out of this run. This is like,
can't wait.
And you know what's crazy? Doesn't it seem like it was forever ago that they left? It wasn't like it was only a couple of months, like a month. What was it? Do you remember the date?
A lot has happened since.
A ton has happened, yeah.
I mean, we've had the whole invasion thing, and that's really shifted attention back and forth, and
tons of shit's happened since, which is crazy to think.
Future X Division champion for sure, though. I'd say.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Let's get that.
Maybe even higher.
You got to start. You got to start him with the X Division championship, I think. Start him out with
that.
I don't know. I feel he's got a new edge, man. That move he did to Sami Callihan, where he fucking ball dropped them and then stuck his fingers in his mouth, dude. That was nuts. Excuse my language, but wow.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, he pinned Sami.
Teabagger? What are you talking about?
Teabagger, mandible clawed his ass. I don't know. That was nasty.
No, listen. Trey gets a big pin though. He pinned Sami in this one and gets the win for the team. Huge. That's a huge, like,
as a singles guy, you're part of that bigger stable.
Yeah,
none of them individually would get the run that now just one does by being here alone.
Yeah,
and that's going to happen now. So
that's true.
I think it's going to be to Trey's benefit. I think it was the right move for him.
It's a great restart for the guy. I think he's right in the mix. He's right in the mix, man. So this is awesome, Trey Miguel, man. I'm so happy to see him again. Basil texted me right away. He's like, now you see why I had to hide it from you? I'm like, I get it. All right, fine. So like, it's super random.
That's right.
Super random.
You big time us and Basil big times you.
Oh, he big times me twice. Yeah, twice as much back. So it is what it is. But no, very cool surprise. I love being surprised. Nobody knew it. No dirt sheet leaked it. This didn't get leaked or anything. This is so fuck the dirt sheet bullshit. They couldn't even leak this, right? This is awesome.
That's one of the good things. There are many good things about having no crowds in this pandemic era of wrestling. But one good thing is, especially for Impact, the dirt sheets aren't getting the spoilers. Actually, you have to tune in to find out.
It's true, which makes it fun, man. So awesome stuff. They go out on top. Shamrock locks the ref in the was it Toll? I'm trying to remember who the ref was in this one. It wasn't
Toll.
It was Toll, right?
Toll had a tough night. He was at the Fire N Flava festival, and he wanted a refund. He got no refund.
No refund.
And then he got in this. Tough night for Toll.
Yeah. So Toll gets put in the ankle lock to close the show out by Shamrock. So hey, he's part of the
Daniel Spencer. He got good match duty on this one.
Look at this dumbass.
But listen, cool stuff, awesome stuff from Trey. The whole team, everybody looked good. The top of the card looking real nice right now. A lot of stars in there. So you got Swann, Moose, and the title mix. I mean, there's so much shit going on. AEW still lingering over here. So a lot going on. But that's the episode, guys. January 26, 2021. I want to pose one question to our listeners before we leave. If you guys can answer this. What does everybody feel about the crowd noise? This is a couple weeks in a row now, and it was very followed
tonight.
It was very followed. They followed the noise, like he followed the moves, the highs and the lows and the boos and this and that. So
one thing about it, though, did I imagine this that I didn't actually hear the crowd noise tonight until the Tenille versus Rosemary match?
It was on all night. Oh,
It
Really?
was.
Yeah.
It was. But like I said, when
It's
it first
becoming
started,
organic then, because I didn't notice it until that match.
Whoever's controlling it is really doing a great job of like feeding it at the right times and the highs and lows. And go ahead, Jay.
as long as it doesn't rise above Striker and D'Lo,
Yeah.
keep it subtle. Just keep it there, and it's got to stay just how it is, so that you hear pockets of noises here and there. So like it's like the camera's moving around. Oh, now it caught this group behind the camera. That it can't be the constant. You know, say, okay, they're not in a 20,000 seater. No, you got to keep it realistic, as in, you know, how many people would or could actually be there. You know,
It's from their previous tapings. These sounds.
Yeah. I
know.
think, yeah, you're in there somewhere.
Bill can hear himself.
No, I like that.
The whistle, that was it.
There was a whistle tonight. I was noticing the whistle tonight.
There was a couple of chants. There was a whistle. Yeah, there was a couple of like single voices, like "Get out of here."
Bill rips a big chili cheese fart somewhere in the first 15 minutes.
What I admire about all three of the companies right now is that they've all found a way to do something with this. Like, and I'm not trying to cut AEW down but they actually are able to do a crowd because they own the arena. But like with Impact and WWE, like it's innovative to try something. Like something to fill the arena sound. You know, like they have the Thunderdome, which I think is extremely. Hats off to the credit, the technology involved in that's very interesting. And with the Impact now, it's the crowd noise. It's so perfectly balanced that it's like it enhances the show. Like I felt like a show, more of a show, I should say. So I credit to the production staff for like coming up with ideas during a really tough time where they can't have gates. It's really cool to like just be innovative and find new ways to just create the live experience for us. So I'm grateful as a fan, and as somebody who works production. I just to think outside the box, I think is very cool. So very, very nice. But yeah, guys in the chat, sound off on your thoughts on it too. And definitely, I would encourage, tweet that to Impact, tweet it to the main account, Scott, whoever. Let them know what you think of it. Encourage it. If you like it, you like it. Tell them why. Tell them what you like about what you don't like. So yeah, that was it, guys. That's the episode. Any closing thoughts? Anybody? That's a lot. We had a ton going on this show tonight too. So, any closing thought on this one, Alicia?
Great episode. Other than that, just amazing. I'm speechless.
It's a full episode. This show was full as well. We had a ton going on here tonight.
Yeah.
Kyle, this had to remind you like an Opie and Anthony. Like we had just people pop in and out, just here and there.
Yeah,
like,
Trent, I really appreciate you having Kiera Hogan on, not telling me to come on the show 30 minutes late tonight. I appreciate you doing that to me, Trent. Thank you. I'll remember that. I'll remember that.
What can I say?
Son
man?
of a bitch.
Hey, Bill, anything else? It's a fun show.
It was, and just during the co-stream every Tuesday, Twitch, Kevin Martin was in there with us, and he mentioned like stay tuned to the social media after the show. So I just took a look.
Well, he came into the show at the beginning and said, "Did you guys see the exclusive? Did you guys see the exclusive?"
There was, because it cuts off obviously during that attack where Brendan Tolles
let's bring it up. Jay, can you share that? Yeah.
So yeah, this beatdown continues.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
I
Because
saw this and commented on it.
Oh, Jay, can you pull this
Wild
up?
Stallions.
I missed this.
This is a famous Jaybone share screen of Rooney. Let's
Kevin
get this
Martin's
going.
got your back, Jay. That's why I told you about it.
Look at that. I didn't know that happened. Let's. This is the bonus footage now. Let's pull this up on their Twitter. You said, Bill?
Yeah, it's on their Twitter, but it was like when we started the show, so it's like 2 hours ago.
Gotcha.
So there's a couple posts since then.
So
2 hours ago.
What am I looking for here? What
exclusive Shamrock?
This is another. While you're looking at that, Ingrid dropped another thing. I forgot. It's Knockouts Month on Impact Plus. They announced a new roundtable.
Yes, we'll cover this Sunday.
When does that?
But it's not out yet. It hasn't aired. Can you tell us when this roundtable is airing? They said this week. Does anyone know for sure?
Ingrid, do you know a date when it's coming out? Because they didn't put a date on the tweet. So if you know a date when it's actually dropping on Impact Plus, we'll put that out and talk about it. Because that's cool. They had some old knockouts of Taryn, Velvet, and there's some
Christy.
Christie's on this. This is wild, actually. That's pretty.
I am
cool.
not finding.
Here, I'll send it in the private chat. Hold on.
There you go. Yeah, pull that up, Jay. So we got Knockouts Month going on. Got the new merchandise, the newly revised merch sites going on.
The Impact in 60 is Madison Rain.
And the Impact in 60 is Madison Rain this week. Now I want to put this out there. And I just got word of this. I want to ask you guys live and the listeners. Impact, the Impact management who deals with us on this show, asked if we could start going live like right after Impact ends to make it a real smooth post show right away. Like I'm talking Impact ends and we go like 2 to 5 minutes later.
So
you guys
after,
all cool?
Aftershock is completely dead, Trent, is what you're saying. Because that's why we never did that.
That's why, well, we did it for briefly. We did it for a couple weeks. We were going on about 5 minutes after. But then Aftershock started. So we obviously stepped back and said we'll go on after Aftershock.
Jaybone kept seeing owls flying around his house circling. You know, something weird was going on.
Watching that owl.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley just
I didn't go to my private chat. He didn't go to my private chat here.
He didn't go to your private chat, even though he did send it to you just now. But if you guys are cool with it,
I apologize. I was looking at the Twitter box.
I was gonna say
it's the people's show. Everybody works on the TNI show, eh?
That's true.
Ingrid's ripping on Trent and producing him with good stuff at the same time.
Great.
You would have missed that Knockouts Month thing, Trent.
All right, so am I sharing this or what?
Share screen of Rooney. Go ahead and do it. Put it up. Show everybody. Since we didn't get a lot of people didn't get to see this, let's see what we got here. What do we miss?
Yeah, they're hopefully watching us. They did not see this yet.
There we go. All right, so let's air it on Impact. On Impact.
Twitter.
Go ahead. All right, so this is post show. Nope.
Our broadcast signal has ended. Our cameras remain rolling as Ken Shamrock's rage post-main event continues. A submission hold on a licensed official Brandon Polk. Okay, as things begin to normalize here, we want to let everybody know that Shock Impact.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's big news.
Stallions.
No. Oh.
And
My heart can't take it.
That kept Ken Shamrock from unleashing chaos.
He puts Toll back in it.
Back to Toll.
Oh.
Brown has gone off headsets. I would love to get his insight on this.
Daniel Spencer, you don't need to make it too much of an effort to stop this, really. You're just kind of, hey, stop it.
Just reassured, no.
What would you do, Trent, as an animal?
Well, we have confirmation.
Too bad. I guess he's got you in
Don't
the
let go,
ankle.
Ken. Don't let go.
There we go. What we got there? Is that Blake Christian?
No, I don't think that's Blake. That looks like. Oh no, Mimsy. He didn't get in there.
No Mimsy.
He was.
Don't put it in full screen, Jay. We don't want that copyright strike.
No, we're not. We're keeping it.
Oh, there's Mimsy.
Mimsy. Create a safe environment in which people can
Mimsy's
work.
dead. There's the hair guy.
Holy cow.
Oh, dear God.
It's like my dad yelling at my
What the
mom.
hell is going to happen next?
That's exactly like my dad yelling at my mom. This is my house.
Yeah.
Not
And
the
RK
red
nailed
stallions
it.
freaking out.
Look who didn't get in there. Tough guy.
Palmer.
Now he's still getting scraped off the mat.
So I want to address something.
Go ahead.
So with this footage coming out, and he says this is my house, that's a big statement. What's going to follow this? We know the main event for No Surrender now is official, because, I mean, that whole beginning was really wonky with everybody showing up. It's like, oh, who's going to be in the main event? I don't know.
Right.
They did make it official. It is Tommy Dreamer versus Rich Swann. So we know that. Could that change?
It could.
Card subject to change.
Card subject to change. She's right. That happens, guys. You never know. That's the fun part about this. That's why you got to keep watching every week.
Chris Bay had a valid argument for why he should be in the match, and Moose is the number one contender.
Moose is for sure.
Oh, or with Shamrock screaming, "This is my house." Is he going to do something towards the two Tonys that always show up in our house?
I like that.
I hope.
Shamrock, my champion, Shamrock. Then
Pulverize him.
I like that.
You know, Tony Khan's got a Shamrock figure on the shelf there. You know,
I liked you.
That's how it goes.
Money, don't hurt me.
I could see it.
So funny at him. It could happen, guys. That could be it.
We
You
can
never
talk
know.
Star Trek.
We can talk Star Trek. Fuck Star Trek.
Yeah, screw Star Trek. Star
settle
Wars
down.
all the way. Mandalorian, mother truckers.
I love. He's like Tony Khan's like, we can talk Star Trek, and he's like, Darth Vader sucks, and he's like, what? No, wrong show. Shut up, nerd. And he says something. All right, guys, let's get the plugs here. Let's wrap it up. We had a nice long show today. Let's tell people where they can find us, connect with us individually. Then we'll do the show. Alicia, where can they find you?
You can find me on the Twitter and the Instagram under Alicia B. Cakey.
Nice. All right, nice, cool. K-Lon, where can they get you, K-Lon?
Shoot me a follow over on Twitter at KL on the mic, as you can see here. But I just got something in my Twitter feed here, Trent. You continue on. Keep asking people for their plugs because
K-Lon and your buddy Kyle. K-Lon and your buddy Kyle.
we got something real good here, Trent. Just you wait. It's for you. It's for you.
All right,
President
Bill, where
Trent.
can they find you?
They can find me on the Twitter and the Instagram at my name, William M. Gardner, Gardner.
Very nice. Jaybone, you were a guest last night on the Backstage Boys podcast. You got to plug your stuff. Plug it here too. But you do a lot of stuff. We got the story of the Bone last night. But where can they actually follow the Bone?
The Bone History, if you will. Yeah, you can follow me over on that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast, where we're smashing all things wrestling. We're doing throwbacks. We're doing the E. We're doing the AEW. We do Impact News. We cover those special little events in between the big PPVs. So, yeah, you can follow me there on the YouTube, the Twitch for visually. There's also audio on anchor.fm/smash this podcast. And it's on all the socials, the Facebox, the Twitter box, and the Instaneck.
Very cool. Guys, you can get me at Transberry over on Twitter. Also, the show at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The show is also available in audio formats, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, subscribe. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Get all your t-shirts. We got about 5 designs up there now. Remember the show schedule is we do the post show for Impact on Access TV every Tuesday. Starting next week, we'll go like 5 minutes after the show ends. Show ends, get the outro, check their social media, see if there's any bonus footage. Pop right on Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. Hop over from the watch along. Bill and Jaybone do a watch along on Twitch. Follow the co-stream and just bump right over to the review after that. That's Tuesday nights. Thursdays, throwbacks. We do Asylum throwbacks for episode number 50. What do we got, 55 this week, Bill?
55
this week. Mark joins us for that, too. So that's episode 55. You have Impact Plus. You can follow along with us. Watch the old Asylum shows. We talk about them. Fridays is a new episode of Impacted. It's our UK team, Bison Joe, and now Steve. They talk about kind of a digest of the week of everything, news, rumors, Impact on Access. Break it all down, kind of their views from across the pond. Mondays, every couple Mondays a month, Bison Talks Impact is an interview show Bison does. He recently released a Renee Michelle one. That's out. And then I should just back up for a second. Sundays is the Impact Plus Weekly. We all do that. It's kind of the family dinner, like Kyle likes to call it. We talk Explosion, open forum, couple news bits, rumors, whatever popped over the weekend. We get together for about an hour and talk about it. So that's the schedule. What the hell is this?
Trent, you asked for the Johnny Swinger picture, so Zach Bonifer, being the good Samaritan that he is, he made sure we got that so we could air it here on the show before we go off. And
what picture is that?
That's from a Renaissance fair.
But what's that picture
Texas
of me from?
Fair.
But that face of me, what is that from even?
I don't
even know what that's from.
But you're happy.
I have a hat on. I never wear hats.
No beard. You got it. Trent, is that you in like the 8th grade or something? Dear God.
Look at my dimple. Look at that dimple.
Zach goes in like deep in the cuts for these. If he doesn't even know where it's from, Zach will probably let you know.
Zach, I need to. Zach, honestly, just out of being a friend, I really want to know what the full picture is because it's freaking me out. I don't know where that picture is from. So, can you let me know where the whole thing is from, please? Thank you. But that's it, guys.
Zach messaged me and he said, "Oh, that's Trent and the his A."
And I want my pizzles back.
That's quite enough. All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get out. All right, get these comments down. We're gonna get the outro going, guys.
Well, wait, but just before we leave, Trent.
Whoa.
Once again, we got to thank Impact getting us Kiera Hogan.
Yeah.
Jonesy, Taxman. Big night with all the guests. So
big
we
night.
appreciate everybody.
Big thank you to Kiera Hogan for stopping by the show. Jaybone didn't scare her away too much.
No, she was okay. Maybe Jay, you remind her of Swinger. She knows how to handle Swinger. So no, big thank you.
I try to behave myself.
The big thank you to Kiera and Impact Wrestling for hooking that up. We'll have more. There's more coming. We are turning into a great official, unofficial post show here. So the stars are coming to Total Nonstop Impact every week. Join us, guys. You never know who's going to show up. We announce it the day of to keep that hype going. So just be sure to check our Twitter at We Talk Impact. It gets announced there first, and then on YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff too.
And make sure you join the Discord. I was dropping hints all morning of who our guest was going to be, and nobody bit. So if you're listening now, this late in the show, God bless you, first of all. And join the Discord, and you'll get a little preview if we have a guest, because I'll drop it in there carefully.
Yeah, listen, there you go. So Jaybone is going to drop you hints is where it's going to happen. So
it's going to drop bits to then cheer bits.
There you go. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe on YouTube, cheer bits on Twitch, follow us on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch.
Yeah, more bits so we can get more grits.
Look at this comment right here. This is right here. It's 5:30 in the morning for the musical, and it's been worth it. So thank you, sir. I'm assuming he's over in the UK.
We appreciate that. He's a watch alonger. I think almost every week. But stayed around for the review tonight. We appreciate it.
Tremendous.
We really means a lot to us. All the UK folk, a lot of people in the UK listen to us. That blows my mind every week. And Vietnam. I got our iTunes.
Vietnam.
We get a shit ton of listeners in Vietnam. I don't know where.
Oh, we got to do it.
Shout out to the homies in Nam. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
What time is it? Is it the morning?
I guess it's the morning. Yeah. Say it, Bill. Go ahead.
Good morning, Vietnam.
All right. And good night from us here, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you Thursday for Throwback, right back here, episode 55 NWT. And go catch an Impact Plus.
What about Bill's final thoughts, Trent? You guys don't do that anymore?
No, you want to throw one in? Want to throw one real quick? Go ahead, Bill. It's been a full episode. Throw the final thought in there.
All right. Final thought was
there we go.
Great night, Impact Wrestling. Had it all, but a lot of great things happened tonight. But we obviously got to focus on the return of Trey Miguel. Big news. Obviously, everyone said it there. He left with the rest of the Rascals. He was gone, but he has returned. Much sooner than we all anticipated, but I think we're all thankful for it. So nothing but good things coming for Trey Miguel and the youth of this roster. Ace Austin, who we recently had, and Kiera Hogan tonight. The future looks bright with Impact. So 2020, 21, we're going into a new year. Positivity, great future for Impact Wrestling.
And
take care of yourselves and take care of yourself and each other.
All right. From all of us, guys, have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you later. See ya.